Kumi. Shout out. Um,
Salute.
Let me reset the room right quick for everybody just got in here. Just kick it, hosted by Cost. The topic for tonight is challenges black men face today. So if anybody want to go ahead and chime back in, the floor is yours. No, go ahead,
I,
V.
no, I was just saying I'll put you on some more shit like this, right? So, everybody, like, I know a lot of people talk about women or pregnant women or whatever, that the doctors don't listen to the African American women, whatever, but it's just the same as men, you know. I mean, you got African American men, high cholesterol, you know, all this stuff, I mean, having heart attacks and stuff. They'll say one thing, but it's like the doctors don't take them seriously. But if it was someone else, they would. You know what I'm saying? Just like black women having kids and stuff, and y'all get what I'm saying, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's because I feel like as an African American community, men and women, they don't take our health seriously, and
they don't. They
you
don't.
know, at
They don't.
all.
They don't. They don't. And I'm trying to I'll be back with you in a minute. Bear with me. I'm trying to get where I can actually talk to y'all.
A lot. I mean, unlike in a lot of cities, you know, you could be trying to play basketball, walk down the road. I mean, right around here, you could be walking down the road, and they'll stop you and just ask you a question. I just seen stuff on YouTube. I seen stuff on YouTube. Yeah, yeah.
I do got a question for the men in the room since we are just tapping back in on the topic. As part of like health is a thing too. I want to know why are men so afraid to go to the doctor? Because a lot of my homeboys and stuff, I always ask them like, you know, have you been to the doctor lately? Or they like, okay, so put it like this. I hear a lot of stories. Like I get homeboys that talk to me about shit like, yeah, this broad I was messing with, woo woo. She said I gave her this and this and this. And I'd be like, well, when was the last time you went to the doctor, bro? Oh shit, you know, it's been a minute. Why has it been a minute? Like, even if this wasn't the case, why did it have to take for this situation for you to go to the doctor? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are men so afraid to go to the doctor until something comes up? They feel like it's necessary for them to go.
Can I answer this? I think a lot of times it's a little bit of like ego. And as I've got older, I've learned the importance of this. You know what I'm saying? When I say ego, it is, oh, ain't nothing wrong with me, or nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So it got a little bit to do with ego. And also, if you're a man out here running around and you scared to go to the doctor, that's psychological. Like something wrong with your dumb ass. If you know what I'm saying, you out here doing this, doing that, you ain't going to the hospital. But I did have this conversation with one of my close friends, and basically we came to the agreement, and it was a female, that a lot of times it's about pride and it's about fear. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a little bit of a mixture of both.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Go ahead, DJ. OJ did it. What up?
What's going on, bro? What's going on? If I could add on to that, man, really, and in addition to that, sometimes men just don't have the means to go get that, that insurance, or not even so much as the insurance, but just going getting seen about. Because I know in the state of Texas, if you ain't got no type of, insurance, they charge you $300-400 just for an office visit. You know what I'm saying? And on the flip side of that, that's where we got our priorities fucked up. We rather spend money on high end shit than to go get seen about. So it's a duality to it.
Can I ask you this? Can, like, if you don't mind, if you could, like, as far as research or whatever, because I know, like, does that state have like a what is it, y'all, a health department or whatever? Do they have anything like that, or like sliding scales and stuff like that? But I do know a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people pride get them to where they don't want to take that step. You know what I'm saying? To be looked at as like, income based or whatever. But do they have things like that there?
But the waiting list on it is so long to where hell it'd be 6 or 7 months before you even get, called in to get approval for that
Right,
type situation. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it's pride, it's fear, lack of finances, and shit. Basically, sometimes they just don't have the time. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I agree with all that. A lot of guys from only time they do go to the hospital is when they really get sick or they get hurt or something like that, and that's about the only time they do go.
We men, bro, and then a lot of times, we have to go see a urologist. And if anybody know anything about seeing a urologist, bro, that would make you kind of squeamish. You dig what I'm saying? But it needs to be done. You feel me?
For
If
15.
it, even if it does make you feel a little, because like I said, probably could like put your pride to the side for a minute just to be assured and just to be have that assurance in yourself. You know what I mean?
Me
That
personally, I'm speaking for the ones that don't. Me personally, I have insurance. I go see the doctor and all that. You know what I mean? But I understand that initial frame of thought when it comes to having, healthcare, and you being seen about. You know what I'm saying?
And
That'd be some of the first things that we come up against. That's challenges we face. You dig what I'm saying?
yeah, and at the end of the day, again, like you said, it's like priority because everybody that got any kids, anything else, a lot of people live for tax time. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't do nothing else, February, March, April, you can take that money once a year. If you got to pay $400 to be seen, which I know it's not that much, but you know what I'm saying, to go in to get a checkup, that's the least you can do for yourself and your family. So again, I think it's all about mindset and priorities.
Like sometimes they go get that tax money, and with that tax money, it's like you know, jokers see somebody, everybody got a nice car, ain't got no car. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I ain't been fresh in a long time. I gotta go get fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Has be gone in 2 months.
Right,
The
right.
whole car.
Still
Yeah,
riding around on paper
priorities.
tag.
Yeah, priorities be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Where they can you don't see too many people do very smart things with their money. And but I can say that's their money. You can do whatever you want to with it. But at the end of the day, when you look at the time link that over the over time and see, hey, well, damn, shit, you finna do the same thing next year. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But you know what? I'm just like this. The craziest thing is that I've seen people that try to. Y'all remember all that? What, keeping up with the Joneses or some shit like that? Y'all remember all that shit here, right? So at the end of the day, what they don't realize is like 10 years ago, the Joneses was living in a house that ain't had no damn walls to it. The Joneses were living in a house with snakes crawling through the windows. But the Joneses got their credit right. The Joneses got, went to school, but you know what I'm saying? Did whatever to build themselves up to be where they're at today. But they're comparing themselves to the Joneses now. But I think like what I'm saying? A lot of times what they need to do is like go back and see where they came from. Because I think, that's the problem. A lot of people try to like compare themselves to someone right now, but they don't see where that person came from. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you're saying, baby.
yeah,
I'm kind of on the fence on it, right? Because I was sitting here thinking while y'all was speaking, you know what I'm saying, of people who really had an issue with going to the doctor. And most of the people in my family who was in that category were women, you know what I'm saying? Like my mother and my grandmothers, said all of them. I mean, it was kind of, I don't know if it was just distrustful of the doctor or whatever it was, but my mother and my grandmother, we had to kind of like force them to go to the hospital. I mean, and by that time, it was a little bit too late for my mother. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I,
I know for as those that are behind the walls, you know what I mean? A lot of us be reluctant to go to medical to get checkups, man, because people in medical they lie too much. You know what I'm saying? You can have a fractured hand or a broken hand, and they just tell you that it's nothing, just a motherfucker sprain or something. They minimize it because they don't want to spend the money on you to get your proper treatment. You know what I mean? And a lot of people lose their lives. You know what I'm saying? A lot. You know what I mean? Then they tell another lie to your family and make it seem like it was something that you did. So it's a lot of reasons. I mean, and
um,
yeah, it's a whole different animal. You know what I'm saying?
I,
It don't matter what every institution I've been to, it was the same old shit. It's kind of like a statewide norm for them to do that though. You know what I mean? But personally though, most of the people that feeling that all the men that I know in my family, I can't think of one that didn't go get a checkup when they supposed to.
I, can I add something to that? I'm sorry that that happened with your mom, but I will say this: my mother-in-law, kind of like the same situation. She had some issues. She was a diabetic, right? So for 15 years, she stopped going to the doctor because she had y'all know old school. Y'all know we had those beds with the hard iron frames or whatever. And I don't know nobody that ain't got their ankle fucked up on it, right? So she got a cut. y'all know
Oh yeah,
y'all know what I'm talking
ankle, your
about.
shin.
'Cause I
Oh
know,
yeah.
yeah, right. So she got a cut right there. And 15 years, she didn't go to the doctor, didn't go to the doctor. But by the time she finally went, it was too late. We had on dialysis, and actually that's how she passed. She passed on the dialysis machine. She was on the ventilator, everything. But you're right. I mean, again, it's not all about men. It's about women. You know what I'm saying? Because she was so scared to go all those years because she was scared that she was gonna lose her foot. But at the end of the day, with all the problems that came from that, her foot was the last thing that they were thinking about. You know, that was the last of it.
But
Well, good.
initially, not to cut you out, but initially, in a mindset of not wanting to be a or not wanting to go, honestly, that's where I got the mindset from my mother and my grandmother.
Or maybe
You
it's
dig what I'm saying? Like that's where I got the mindset from because my granny, you could pretty much walk into one corner of her room and it's Walgreens. You know what I'm saying? So she figured she didn't have to go to the doctor because everything she needed for whatever was wrong with her was right there. But she's not knowing in that time like the aging of medicine, and you can't take certain medicine after this time. So she figured whatever she was taking, that was kind of clearing up whatever ailment she had. You know what I mean? So lax, you know what I mean, being complacent. That play a part in it too. You know what I mean? But that's why I got the mindset from, not to be just so quick to go to the doctor or, get checkups or whatnot from my mother and my grandmother. You know what I mean?
Conversation with my aunt today. What they call a big brother farmer. Like, okay, look at Dr. Sabi. Like he had like different remedies for you to get better. You know what I'm saying? But if you cut into the white man money when it comes to pharmaceuticals, a lot of times the doctor be having you like our older parents or our grandparents and all this medicine really don't need it. All they really need is a food change, not to eat so much because a lot of foods do hurt our body. But if you try to cut out big pharma, like Dr. Sabi, I don't know if y'all familiar with Dr. Sabi, but you know what I'm saying, he was a natural when it came to like curing your body or having your body as a whole. This man was probably like 70 years old and off vert could jump on the table. You know what I'm saying? Still having babies at 70 years old. So if you cut out Big Brother Farmer, a lot of times shit, they don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why the government killed him.
And look at what they doing now. You know what I mean? Like look at what COVID has became. You dig what I'm saying? Like when they start showing a lot of these big brother pharmaceuticals and whatnot, they were going for the bottom feeders. You know what I mean? They wasn't really looking at the corporate companies that was pushing this medicine off and not
Right.
giving FDA approval or none of that. They was just pushing that shit out to the world. And they don't
And
care how much it damages a person inside. We got to get this money. We got to get this money. And if something comes of it, as to where this whole opioid epidemic, when it start hitting, okay, well, we got to act like we're doing something about the problem that we created. You know what I'm saying? Smoke
but they
weed.
only started acting like they wanted to do something about it when it started affecting their demographic. To be honest,
It was in the hood. It's cool as
right,
long as it was in the projects. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Where it was mainly black people. But once it started tipping over in the Tulip land, oh,
Oh
playboy,
yeah.
it's a total different ball game. We got a problem. This is an epidemic now, as
Hmm.
if it wasn't an epidemic before. You know what I mean? That's bullshit, bro.
And that goes back to who controls what. All right, just like this. This is kind of off subject, but it's still on subject. Just like when it comes to radio music, us as if you're a rapper, you can rap about killing and stabbing and doing this. But look at Rick Ross. Whenever he said that line about date rape, they made a petition. Reebok dropped him, but he can sit there about kill black man all day.
You dig what I'm
Platinum
saying?
fast.
Can I ask the men about another challenge that just came up to my head? Um, how do you guys feel about the challenges a lot of our young black men are facing with their sexuality right now?
And that comes. All of this derives. Oh, all of this derives from I ain't gonna say it derived, but the Willie Lynch letter. And me and my mom often talk about this. That means the demasculation of the male. And one thing that young black people or even young people in general pay attention to is what? TV, music. Just like back in 1990, if you look at rappers, let's just say Fat Joe, a picture of him dropped today where he had on the day he had on skinny jeans, little ass Kanye boots, a little ass coat, but then they showed a picture of him about 15 years ago, everything was baggy. Like the demasculation of the male is a big thing in hip hop, whatever, television, whatever. And it's sad to say because I come from an era where shit. I'm hey, look, like I said, I'm 6'1", 260 pounds. You would never see me in no skinny jeans, no motherfucking man purse, no none of that.
Because it hurt me that one of my one of my favorite rappers that I looked at, you know what I'm saying, Conway the Machine. When I started checking them out and all that, I'm looking at like, damn,
Little
my,
dress
my
thing he
yeah,
started having on.
my man had a dress on, and I was like, yo, why this dude got his dress? Like, it didn't make me change the way I felt about the music, but I was just like, yeah, damn, this not. I gotta look at something else. Like, yeah, damn, like that. But then when you look on TV now, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
we never
65.
when I came up, you never seen that before. You really never seen now they cussing on TV. You know what I'm saying? And now you're seeing commercials where it's okay to, you know what I'm saying, do all that, but to each his own, you know. But I think that's where a lot of it derived from.
No, but back in the
But
70s,
well,
back oh go ahead, my fault.
no, I just want to like throw this out there. You know, we look at Caucasians or whatever with the Boy Scouts or whatever. I feel like this is where I hope a lot of y'all will step up as far as mentorships with our black, you know what I'm saying, kids or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people do it or whatever, but you know, I ain't talking about no book. I'm just saying y'all get what I'm saying, right? Um,
Boy Scouts who got they just got they had to pay a big old lump sum because they was raping
who?
boys too. The
Oh,
Boy
I
Scouts in
know
America.
that. Yeah, I know that. I wasn't saying like Boy Scout, boy. I'm just saying like as far as that platform, you know, as far as mentorship. Yeah, yeah. You right. I apologize. I should not have like related it to that. But you see what I'm saying?
But now we get
Like
what you're
Big
saying, like
Brother
Big
type
Brother
thing.
type, yeah, Big Brother
Yeah, yeah,
mentorship.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Yeah, each one teach
yeah.
one. You know what I mean? So yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Well, in retrospect to that, like I got, you know what I'm saying, little homies that through the years that I've, you know what I'm saying, tried to mentor, you know what I'm saying? But if these young cats ain't even listening to their parents, you know what I'm saying, ain't no way you gonna get to them. You can try. And I ain't gonna say all of them, I'm gonna say some of them, you know what I'm saying? Cause I do look at myself like, you know what I'm saying, a big brother figure to probably like 10 little jits out here, you know what I'm saying? And for the most part, about 6 of them listen. You know what I'm saying? Them other 4, they not on nothing, and that just comes with, like, you know what I'm saying, this day and age. You know what I'm saying? The older crowd is not respected nowadays like it was when I was.
I mean, for one, because we in retrospect and taking accountability, we try to talk at them and not talk to them. You feel what I'm saying? Like we always try to tell them, bro, y'all need to whoop, whoop, whoop. And you know it yourself at that age, you ain't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? You gotta kind of find something that you kind of relate to the little cat. You know what I mean? If it ain't nothing but a simple rap song, kind of find a way to relate to them and get into them that way instead of, you know, cause whether you doing it physically or not, you pointing the finger, talking down. You know what I'm saying? That's all they gonna take it as. That's how we seen it as at that age. You know what I mean? So I mean, like I say, it started with accountability. You know, the generation fucked up behind us, and it's our fault we let them slip. You know what I mean?
All right, let's reset the room. We had a couple more people to join us tonight. Welcome to Check It by Calls, hosted by Calls, and we are the topic is challenges Black men face today. To anyone that just joined would like to comment, we would love to hear from you.
Some more details, like, still on the same topic, like how, for my brothers, how would you have that conversation with your son if you knew he was struggling with his sexuality, or you knew he was introduced to something and he may be, confused or feeling some things that he's not used to feeling? How would you have that conversation with your sons?
Right now, like I always thought about that, but like I can't say that I'm not ready for that conversation right now. But I also can say that I'm not finna uh never punish my child for how they feel, because um I will try to talk to them, but at the end of the day, if you don't support your child, what I'm saying, sometimes, it might be something that they just flirting with or something like that. But as a parent, sometimes where they just go off the handle and don't support their child, that's when the child start being rebellious, and that's when suicide rates and things start going up. So there's just a different way not to jump off the handle. So like I said, I'm not ready for it. Hey, anybody else want to go?
And
I
also,
feel
you
that
know,
I can understand that completely.
having family members that you know that are that way. Hey, you love who you love. You know what I mean? We living in a day and time as to where you try to block and you try to guide them in a sense of a direction as to what you want them to be, but the world is gonna create whatever it's around. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that and meaning the child because the child is in the world. You dig what I'm saying? So if that's something that would keep my son, and I hate to say it, but I couldn't do nothing but tighten up my boots and just ride with it because I'm gonna love my child regardless. You dig what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do want him the chance of being a little boy, growing up to being a little boy, a young man. I would like that in, you know what I mean? Like in some cases, I'm gonna just be real with you. Like that shit with Dwayne Wade, so it's just too fucking early. You know what I mean? Like you ain't really never had your sense of a heartbreak from a female to just even have this sense of feeling.
A
So
little wood wet yet.
you know what I mean? So it's like that's my only disdainment about that situation. It's too early. Y'all trying to open up this little boy's ass to the world too soon. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I have a disdainment about. You know, not a hatred, but I just don't agree with it.
I've asked plenty of my homeboys this, and I got some homeboys on one side that's like, oh yeah, my son can't be gay. Nah, that's not how I raised him. It's impossible. He can't be gay. And if he is gay, he got to get out of my house. Then I got another side of homeboys that's like, well, shit, that's still my son, but I just don't want that shit around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear different, scenarios that men are saying, I'll accept it to an extent, or some of them is like, yeah, nah, it's just
Perspectives,
no test to me.
different perspectives.
Yeah, yeah.
Homosexuality.
Well, look, I
Oh,
feel
go ahead.
like this, uh, well, I feel like this. I mean, I'm gonna love my child regardless, but at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? You know that ain't how I raised you. You know that ain't what's the Bible. I read the Bible. I read the whole Bible to my kids 1 year. We started January 1st, December 31st. You know what I'm saying? We finished all. I mean, I know that don't mean a lot to some, but they know what the fuck is going on. They know that ain't right. I don't still love them. I might not accept that.
I mean, some of them,
Feminine
not
ways.
all, not all of them. No, I want to say
Right.
this, not all of them, but some of them start to take on them feminine qualities, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you start to see some of that. A lot of that starting to appear in our males. Saying they were raised in a household full of women or around women. They weren't doing manly things, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that. I mean, I just me personally, maybe I'm just on biased on this or whatever, but I don't think nobody's born that way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hard for me to accept that. You know what I mean? I think that it's the environment that you're around. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, you know what I mean? Some things just pick up. And having said that, in no way, no how am I knocking a black woman, because the black woman is doing who chooses to raise her young king, man, is doing her job, doing the best she can under the circumstances, though. But I'm saying that is the repercussion of this systematic uh of this systematic thing that is being waged against our people. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right. I
it was
said
a plan for that.
I said a line in one of my rounds. I said, shout out to my mama. Shout out to my daddy too. But shout out to my mama because she had to play my daddy too. And what that meant was, like, my mom was there, my dad wasn't there. So she can't show me how to be a man. She can only like teach me the things that she taught me. And to saying, her best ability, she did make a great king. Saying? I'm still continuing to learn that. But it goes back to, like you said, about the Willie Lynch. Saying? When you have a woman that's the head of household with no father figure, like saying being incarcerated, that makes the mama let the daughter or guide the daughter to be independent, not need a man, and that makes her more protective over her son. Because of how the ways of the world. You get what I'm saying? And if you look at it right now, you got a lot of women that the independent, like the book song, IND, independent, and not saying all, but you have men that really don't know how to be independent without a woman. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying all, but I'm saying, it's y'all get what I'm saying?
because as a mother, I'm a single mother raising two sons and one daughter. My sons are my oldest. I got two teenage boys. And by that being the case, I've always felt like because their father wasn't around, there's things that I have to do. I can't show them how to be a man and fully, but I can show them how to be gentlemen. I can show them how to love a woman. I can show them how to take care of themselves. But it's gonna be things that I'm not gonna be able to show them. Now, with that being the case, when it comes down to little things that I can do, as far as playing the father role, I'm involved in their sports. You know what I'm saying? Any sports they want to be in. Look, I'm playing football with you. I'm playing basketball with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm involved when it's time for haircuts. If they can't get a barber, it's cool. Mama got clippers. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But it's going to take a male figure to get them through the trials and tribulations about their emotions, the shit that they
Right.
feeling inside. You know what I'm saying? Even though, mind you, my son talked to me about everything from when they start having hair on their balls and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a difference. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. I know that as a mother, I'm still going to need that. You know what I'm saying?
So we had a couple more men join us tonight. We would love to hear from you. Welcome to Check It, hosted by Cost, Woodline to Woodline TV, the challenges black men face today. We'd love to hear from some of you men.
Peace. I'm taking it all in, listening, catching up.
Can I add something in, y'all?
Go ahead, V.
I've been in the house all day, y'all. I'm sorry, I ain't talked to nobody. Can I add something in?
Yeah, go
Go
ahead.
Working with mental health, right? Again, I feel like depression or mental health issues, I love the Lord loves me, everybody he loves y'all too. But just like we have medical doctors, that help you, you can pray to God, but God got the doctors out here to help you with medicine or whatever, dealing with your health. It's the same as mental health, right? So there's a lot of black men that deal with depression. They have issues going on at home, child support, different, things like this and that. So I really feel like that's a challenge with black men today with me, because a lot of them feel like they look at their boys and they tell, oh, you don't need this, you don't need that. But at the end of the day, anything that's beneficial to you, I feel like that's something that you should, do or whatever. And I'm just putting it out there.
I definitely get what you're saying, and it is an issue. But if you notice, now I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, but for a long time, I feel like men aren't allowed to have feelings or show feelings. We're not allowed to cry. It was a meme on Facebook where it showed Kanye West, it showed Will Smith, and I think one other person. It was like men aren't allowed to have feelings, but that's the stipulation. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, but it is sort of like a thing in the air. Like we're taught to be tough. You know what I'm saying? If we fall, like if as a young boy, if your son fall, you be like, get up, boy, you all right. If your daughter fall, come here, baby. Like, like you know what I'm saying? But that's just
Right,
natural. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right, right.
That's totally right. That's totally right because um, man, growing up, you around your friends and all that. Like only time I would cry is when you getting ready to get in the fight. Something you start puffing up, tears start running down your eyes and shit like that. But I couldn't let them see me cry because then I'd be looking soft and weak like a pump and get picked on. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it ain't cool for a little boy to cry coming up, but that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times too that deals with the bullies and everything, and grown men still deal with bullies. Because they might have somebody that might go around somewhere. I done seen it for myself. I'm talking about 30-some years old. Somebody they just around a group and just getting picked on, and that ain't cool either. So, I mean, everybody got something to deal with. That's where I land my plane.
I used to bully the bullies.
Yo,
Hey, where you used to be on the school bus.
on the subject matter, I'm just gonna give you some game from the UK. Like I can't stay because it's very late here, but I just want to give you the perspective from the UK. When you're born black in a white man's world, you're always facing adversaries from day one. even from school, even from kindergarten. Yeah, we're always behind. It's set up for us to be backwards, for us to be the second class citizen. But the only way our community is thriving is through our own businesses where people are promoting our own shit. So everybody has to get on looking after each other. We've got to stop hating each other. There's so much hating in our community against each other. Someone who's winning, we're not feeling it. They're winning, we're losing. It's not cool. What we've got to do is everybody's got to promote each other. And that's the only way the community is going to grow and fucking catch up. Because we are both living, I'm in the UK, you're in the US. That is a white man's country. So you got to
he's speaking facts.
You got to realize that, like, when we're behind from day one, then we really need to look after our communities. I mean, like, if you look at like the Chinese community in England and in the US, them motherfuckers, they're like Jews. They keep their money in their own community. And I'm not being racist, but we got to do the same shit. For us to grow, we got to help each other.
All right. Shout out to Tune for tuning in. Anything to say for because hey, shout out to Tune in the building tonight. Tune, we checking out, talking about challenges black men face today.
Oh man, all kinds, man. Which ones we all hit on already, man?
Been hitting on everything. Just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, give us yours.
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't want to repeat nobody's stuff, man. I mean,
no, you good. You say whatever you want to say. That's what we're here for. You have to repeat it. You just have to repeat it.
Oh man, I mean, man, like from the judicial system to upbringing. I mean, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on, man. But like they coming out our black man right now, man. It's like, I mean, down to us having like down to us being okay with saying it's okay, like having a white boy name so we can get a job later on in like 20 years from like what? Like, and that still's going on. Like people are still giving their kids names like purpose though. Like it's a lot going on out here, man. It's rough being a black man. Like they be beating on us out here. Like, so they go crazy. Like, it's just the first time I got caught nigga was on a football field by a lady out here. You know what I mean? I burnt the sun on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of a game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I've been through some stuff, man. Like, oh man, like just I think watching black women not have the rightful power they're supposed to have in society is diminishing us for sure. That's the biggest the biggest like spit in our face is the diminishing the power of our black women. Like that is the worst. That's the one I'm gonna hit on. That's as bad as it gets right there. Like once you take my queen away, dog, like most moves on the chessboard, everybody wants to say this chess. Like, I mean, the queen make the most moves. I mean, in any kingdom you go to, the woman puts the most work in. Like, and y'all not giving her the power, the respect that she deserves. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with that. Like just the blatant disrespect that the queens get, like the way they disrespect themselves, the way they allow disrespect to be, embrace disrespect, the way that. I mean, just anything disrespectful to the black woman, I think is the biggest thing, challenge that black man face, man. Like for real, because we ain't getting too far without. That's a fact.
Fact. That's a fact. And I tell all this. I tell. Go ahead, Face. Go ahead, Face. It's on you.
To the brothers this time. I will say that, we're out of alignment. And once we get in alignment, family falls in place, economics falls in place, socialism falls in place. We're just out of place right now. And we got to get back in alignment. All of us.
Yeah, for sure. It's like a woman is going to align and in her natural order when she's given the proper things that's supposed to be placed in front of her, which is a well-equipped black man. And with it's man, it's like it's like I'm about to like say one thing that's tearing up the other thing, tearing up. You know what I mean? It's like a little circle, like yeah, the women out of order, but we're not helping. We're helping diminish the power of our black women as well. It's like I don't know, it's crazy, man. But we're not gonna get nowhere until y'all get back all and getting respect and getting treated like not going nowhere. I hate to say it, we're not going nowhere. Like,
to get in on that, man, I want to go to something where it deals with education. We need to start educating ourselves more. You know what I'm saying? Um it doesn't hurt to want to learn something or be knowledgeable. And a lot of us, like I said, a lot of them get picked on about that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't know how to save money. Don't go and get, don't go know how to go get bank accounts and stuff like that. I used to look at the other ethnic groups and everything, the whites or the Mexicans or whatever, when I was coming up in high school, and like their parents is down there doing. I ain't gonna say my parents doing bad, but shoot, they won't doing all that. But end of the day, shoot, they getting brand new trucks and all this other stuff. But once I grew up and looked at it, like only thing they parents were teaching them at an early age is getting a bank account, how to save their money, how to you know what I'm saying, how to work with the bank. So by the time this, like, they got good credit, they establishing their credit at an early age. I didn't know how to establish my credit till like down there 30 something, you know what I'm saying? Because I was blind to the fact and I didn't know, and that what hurt, a lot of that is what hurts us also, because we don't know.
Let me give you an example of this couple that was selling a house. I think it was I don't know where it was, but it was somewhere in the U.S. So they had somebody come out and a house with them in it for like 180,000. But what they did, they had that same company come out, but they had their white couple friends act like they own the house, and it got appraised for like 450,000. So when you say that, it's like we're already at a disadvantage because of the system, because of our skin color. You know what I'm saying? So like what you saying, like the economic literacy, like that's something that we're not taught as a people. And that's basically like one of the points you just touched on. You know what I'm saying? But on top of us not being educated in that subject, it's also we're at a disadvantage because of the color of our skin. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yes. Y'all, let me go ahead, bro.
I just said I totally get. I was agreeing with him. Go ahead.
No. Whoever said that about like whatever you have, whatever, I'm gonna tell you like this. I always raise my kids. I got a 13, 14, and 17-year-old, right? And I let them know anything that a white person can have, we can have. And I mean, me and my husband been together 20 years and we've been building all this shit up, right? So at the end of the day, shit, hold on, y'all. I had a moonshine. Hold on now. What was I hold on. What?
B-boy, you want to say something? I see B-boy. He still got his mic.
Well, hold on, y'all. Let me regroup. I'll be back. Hold on, I'll regroup.
B-boy, what's up?
Oh yeah, I just want to speak on something there. We all got to come together as a people, and then we would know we got to take care of our black queens and let them know that twerking and putting that shit on Instagram and all that shit ain't really what's happening, but they think that's pop. You know what I'm saying? But then again, we as men, we failed them also. You know what I'm saying? Like your work is so much more than that. You the queen. You give birth to sons and kings and princes and princesses and queens. You know what I'm saying? So we as men, we got to do better too. We got to do better too to uplift those women, uplift our black women, uplift our black queens, and let them know, yeah, we got your back. We got your back because they feel like sometimes I feel like this. I don't know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Sometimes they might feel like we don't have their back. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate to see, I always see a young girl on there or whatever. She's just showing her body on Instagram or whatever. Y'all are queens. I got two daughters. You know what I'm saying? I always preach and teach that, but each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? And we as men, we have to step up. We have to step up and show them the way. We failed them.
Nice.
Mhm. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta take responsibility of that. Cause I'll be looking at some of these girls put this shit on Instagram and they put shit on Twitter and they be like got 3,000. You more than that, baby. You more than that.
Hey, but check this. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, but look, like you can't say like we got to take a lane for that because you just also said previously like each one teach one. Like you can't present nothing that you haven't been taught to present. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
it's a
Well, we
it's a
gotta
it's a
teach them.
it's also a system that's built for us to fail our queens as well.
Yeah,
Like
we
so
can't go
like
with them. We gotta go with us. Like I always hear some brothers on they be on apps and brothers arguing with brothers and you know what I'm saying, putting brothers down. I'm like, that's what they want. That's
Let's not
exactly what
forget, it's a system that was through slavery when they sold
yeah,
our,
but
our
dang.
ancestors, and
But
and and we've been taught to buck dance. All we do is we buck
but
dance, we shucking and a driving,
uh,
and
my
now we
queen
call it twerking.
my queen. But you gotta understand, if we know this, we gotta do better. If you know
But
better,
we're
you do
not.
better.
But we're not. We're still buck dancing. We're still shucking and driving. We're still
Yep.
standing on the we're still standing on the box that the slave master put the black woman on, and she's now calling it a stage with a pole. So we're still buck dancing. Remember when the
Like this.
slave master would say buck dance, and they would do a jig. We're still doing the jig.
But
Step is
Hey, B,
modern.
hey, B
this,
boy, let me go, B boy. Hey, check this out, B boy. I see,
okay.
I see it like this, my brother, because um the kids do need their father. I really agree. I totally agree with you. But at the same time, you see also that some of these daggone mothers, like when the father ain't in the house, some of the mothers, they be having these little Instagram video. Child ain't number 5 years
Yup.
old, and they already like doing some more twerking, dancing, and the mother just sitting there laughing and recording it like it's cool. That shit ain't cool.
Yup, you
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Because
Yup, you right.
if I was there and I
You
was
right,
father,
my brother.
you know what I'm saying? So like somebody got to step up and do something. We grown now,
So,
so
yup.
it starts there. Like the way you raise
See,
them, that's the way they gonna come up.
this what they did, man. They
look, it's a lot of propaganda
they
too going on out here on this TV.
this what they did. This what they
Oh, go
did.
ahead.
They made the black women think she had to join the white woman's revolution when we was already straight. Cause our family is already straight. Then they bringing that bullshit up like, okay, we bringing a woman's resolution. That's the white woman's revolution. Our family, our black family was already straight. We was down south, and we was taking care of everything.
Queens ready to run their
Yeah, I think
their
face
narrative. Let them talk, man.
Okay.
Women, we are not feminist black women. We can't be feminists if we're the procreators of all. So we're not feminists. I don't condone that entire movement because I want my husband in my home. I want a father in my home. I want order restored. And it took order and alignment out of our communities when we joined this feminist movement. It was not for us. And some of
Yep.
us are still
Facts.
lost. Like I wish I could just close every strip club with a black woman in it, but she's doing it
Yep.
for
Facts.
survival. I mean, I really want to close them down.
Well, Well,
to
you
be
know why
honest.
she doing it for survival? Because they tried to take the black man out the family. You kill the head, his body gonna follow. You kill the head, which was the black man at one time. You kill that, then the body gonna follow. They know what they doing. They know what they doing. And you kill that black man. That's what they own. They trying to destroy black men. You know what I'm saying? And then
But yet all the
you
black men are appeasing it, and June said, like, when are we putting our queens? What you're doing,
what
that's you. We're actually
what
adding to it. The over sexual promiscuity, the over fuck dancing, the
you
videos, the history.
I got two daughters. You think I want that? You know what I'm saying?
Got four.
No. Yeah, you think I want that? They trying to take the black man out of the equation. If you kill the head, the body will follow. That's
But
what I'm
that
telling you. They don't do that in white culture. The white man is the head of his family. Then you know what
just
they do to a black man. You know what they do to a black man. They lock your ass up and throw away the key and destroy your family. That's what they would do, and make you think you don't need him. Ain't no white woman in the world says she ain't need no white man. But
I
the
feel
black woman
like
be like, the black woman be like, man, fuck that nigga. I don't need him. Come on, man. We men. We kings too.
I just feel like, just like they say, submit to a
Can I say
man.
something real
Like,
quick? I just want to say this real quick. I'm about to really lay down real quick because I'm getting tired. I didn't did a lot today. But
Yeah, bro. Go ahead, see,
check me
bro.
out though. Like, these women, like, they saying fuck that shit, and I could do it myself. They're not seeing no strong black men or strong men, period,
Yup.
anywhere around them, bro. There's nothing to grab
Preach.
onto, dog. Trust me, I seen
Preach,
some of
bro.
the, bro. My mother, dog. Listen, she married now. She got the right man for her because she 22 years military. She make over 100 grand a year. Listen, she got the right man. Listen, she raised 3 boys. She has no girls. Bro, listen, she is the epitome. Fought 2 wars. The one in Afghan and Saudi Arabia. Listen, the epitome of I'm going to do this shit on my own. But she ran into the right man, dog, and got her right in the order, dog. And she the most humblest, most. She stand up like a queen. I see a queen. I don't just see my mother. I see a real strong black woman because she's standing right next to a strong black man. So we gotta give them. Yeah, they say they gotta say that because niggas ain't even sticking around for their kids after their kids have been raised to 5, 6 years old without them. Yeah, it's about time they do gotta say that. They gotta say that type of shit. When it's us, man. We the problem. We gotta uplift our black women,
Well,
and we not gonna go nowhere until they
no,
get
I
there.
ain't saying
And
this
I'm gonna
on
land
black
with that.
women.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna land with
I
that.
ain't saying this on. I ain't saying this on black women. I
No,
do a
no, 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 no.
seminar.
That was my ending statement right there, brother. That was all.
Oh, okay, okay.
I appreciate
All
I
right, I
love you,
appreciate
my
that.
brother.
Hey, Cos. I
I love you,
always
my
appreciate you
brother.
let me come and rock the room real quick. You already know I'm gonna come with some shit every time.
You already
Hey
know.
T,
All
I
right.
appreciate you, sis, Sonny, Vita, Kumi, DJ, B-Boy,
All
Janina.
right.
Hey, Face. Hey, Face.
All right.
I really
appreciate
love your
y'all. Let
energy,
me.
Face. You are awesome. Awesome, Face. You have an awesome energy. I love that shit. Hey, Lucky Lou, Daniil, I see y'all down there. Listen, I'm going to bed. I will definitely be with y'all tomorrow. You hear me? Y'all, peace.
All right.
Peace, love.
Hey, White, as Tune gone, shout out to you, my brother. We'll go
All right,
ahead
for
and
sure,
reset
for
the
sure, for
room.
sure.
We'll go ahead and reset. We'll go ahead and reset the room.
Shout out too, man.
And then we're gonna let them get back to the floor. So if y'all just tune in, I need y'all to hit that greenhouse at the top. You know what I'm saying? This is Ticket hosted by Cos. The topic for tonight is challenges black men face today and everything. So I'm opening up the floor again.
Look, let me say this. No, go ahead. When somebody is about to say something.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, it's like this. It ain't about I don't know, like, and you know, as anybody else, we've been together for 20 years. I'll submit to somebody, but you know, you got to be doing the right thing. You know, there's a lot of good men out here. I don't, and my man is black. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got our kids together or whatever, but I don't understand. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I might have heard something wrong.
Yeah. What we said, Face, big boy, you want to say something else?
No, I just heard something wrong. Like, I mean, no,
Hey,
y'all
Keith.
go ahead, cause I think I might have heard something wrong. Y'all go
Well, go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything. I just want everybody to know, that this is a non-judgmental thing. Like, I'm really, this is my question. Like, I know I have two sons, 28, 22, and my kids face so many challenges you wouldn't believe how many times they called me because they got pulled over. My son, I had a conversation with my oldest son one time, and I just got pulled over. I said, what happened? He was like, well, they pulled me out the car and they put a gun in my head. What you mean they put a gun in your head? Like, I'm used to it. What the fuck you mean you used to it? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like black men faces so many challenges, and what we as black women, as your queens, as your sisters, as your partners, as your supporters, like, what can we do to help you guys? Like I said earlier, you already deal with it outside of the door. You come into the door home. What as we as women can help you with? Like,
I got an
go ahead.
answer.
Okay.
And growing up in the South, like this might sound crazy, but okay, I live in a town called Clinton. A lot of times, most of the sheriffs, most of the members of the police department are uh descendants from the Ku Klux Klan. And it might sound crazy saying that, but like it's still like a pipeline that runs in this small county. So me growing up in this, I'm saying, around here and around certain areas around here, it's like I never ride three people in my car. I never ride slouched over in my car. I make sure my tags, everything on my car cool, because any little thing give them probable cause to pull you. Having them smell of marijuana in your car, that's what I tell my homie. Like, bro, why in the hell are you smoking in your car? Because if you get pulled for any little thing, a traffic violation, they can now have probable cause to search your car because your car smell like marijuana. You smoke a weed in your car, you dumping ashes in the ashtray. No, I don't smoke weed in my car. I don't have people in my car. I don't drink and drive. I still drive like I don't have my license. I ain't have my license for 5 years. I still drive like I don't have my license. And what I mean by that is I'm aware of my surroundings. I know the demographic of the areas that I'm traveling, where the police usually be at, and that just comes with time. And I hate that I have to take those measures just traveling around my town. You get what I'm saying? But that's me being prepared and for running into, like, if I do have a situation with we call them pink panties. That's what we call the police, pink panties.
That's what growing up, I always taught my sons, like, when the police shootings and stuff, they always happen, but they just became more,
I think we
because
shoot each other more than the cops. I have never in my life, in 2-3 years, seen us shoot and kill each other so much. Now we shooting babies, grandmothers. We shoot
yeah, I
each
totally agree
other
with that.
doing their
Yeah,
work.
I agree also. Yeah,
All-time high. And
I
they're
To be
totally
honest with you, and see, this is where we come to this black on black crime shit. This stuff has been going on. You know what I mean? The only thing that the reason why it's so blown out of proportion now is because more of it is being recorded. Police have been killing black folk for years. Black people have been killing black folk for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the
To the
mindset
slave
we
days
had.
when oh, my fault, go ahead.
Go ahead.
To the slave days, when how you think them white men got access to the villages, or you know what I'm saying, they catch one straggler or do something. All right, like, you bring your brother out here, or your kinfolk, now we'll give you this, and Joe could like do that. And the word sambo used to be a good term, but due to to history, it has now turned into a bad word.
Hey, Buddha predicted slavery, SAMBOH, and they turned it into SAMBO.
Right. Face. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Very, very well. And I'm that deep.
With that.
I'm going, DJ. Let's make sure. Let's make sure when somebody take off, we let them land. When they take off, let's let them land, y'all. Let's go ahead, DJ.
Okay. My apologies.
You good? Finn?
I had to say about that. That was it.
Okay, we got anybody else that want to
So my
join in the
question
conversation? Shout out to Omar. Shout out to I don't want to say it wrong. Emania. I don't know how to say. I'm sorry, baby. Lucky Lou. Shout out. I'm gonna just say Queen down there at the bottom. Down there. Well, she just left. I didn't want to say her name wrong, but no disrespect. But I was trying to pronounce it. But shout out to everybody in the room. Nah, I want no disrespect. Shout out to everybody in the room. But I'm opening up the floor. So anybody else want to chime in?
Yeah, nobody really answered my question. Like, what can we?
Good question.
It's for the men that's in here. Like, what can we do to help y'all with these challenges? If it's anything that we can do, like
they don't believe it. Sometimes we feel like you don't believe in it. Sometimes, I've been in those type of relationships where we feel like a person don't believe in you. I mean, because you got your stuff going on and everything like that, but I got a wife right now that she's behind me. She got my back, so that helps out a whole lot. But sometimes when you're in those relationships, I mean, and that's just how it is. You just feel like your partner ain't there for you.
Hey T, you don't want
yes,
to just ask that question.
yeah, I'll ask like because I know they face challenges so much outside of the home. Like, what can we do as
Look,
women? Go ahead.
Women do a lot.
Yeah.
We do a lot. It may not be on an individual basis, but we speak life into y'all.
Right. Yeah,
But
I know. I just want to hear Yeah.
well, look, I'm just saying I researched it, and I'm gonna tell you, I did some research on it, right? So when he come home, I work from home anyway. I work from 8 to 6. He come home about 6 or whatever. I make sure during my lunchtime, whatever, I thaw the meat out. I get the food ready. So when he come home, he got a hot meal ready. He got his bath ready. I do what I got to do. So he got any doubts, I tell him it'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be there for him. He talking about his feet hurt. I soak his feet. I follow him there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
That's a fact. But the man, got to be good at her also. So it
Queen,
go both ways.
Yeah, he good to me.
Yeah, I just want to hear I'm not asking because I don't do that for my man. I just want to hear
Right.
Some men, to say some things that, like I said, this is a no judgment zone. This is a free zone, and I want everybody, to have their say and what they want to say. I just feel like we do a lot, and I agree with you, Face. We do everything. We speak life to them. I'm a real big male advocate because I have 2 sons, and sometimes I participate in stuff, and sometimes I'll be the only woman out there. I'll go toe to toe if I feel like that man is right. I'm gonna stand by him 100%. I want to be supportive of him. I whatever ideas they got. Okay, what you need for me to do? But I even do Valentine's stuff. I send they say Valentine's Day is a man's day, but no, it's a love day. So if I love you, you gonna get the same type of, we gonna celebrate this day together. I do stuff like that. So it's not that I know how to support him. I just want to hear men tell us, like, additional to what you do, you maybe can do this. So I understand it, and I really appreciate everybody that's speaking tonight, and I appreciate everybody. I really do.
Team.
Yes.
Sometimes also for man, sometimes it feel like they, and today it feel like you got to have the bag to impress a woman because that's what a lot
Most
all this music and all this other stuff is going on. A lot of women ain't going for a dude that just got a regular job and everything, and if he ain't got no rims and all this other stuff. But I mean, that there is some that want that guy, but and it all too depends on where you live and all that stuff too. But right now, music got a lot of stuff messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because now they feel like they got to do this. They feel like they got to go out there and maybe hustle or I don't know, but they got to look the part so they can grab that chick. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them be lying just to, So
hey,
I land.
not even just music. Let's just take for instance, Atlanta Housewives or a lot of these social media shows where they put these scripted African American actors up there, entertainers up there. What in these past 2 to 3 years have you seen a boom in? BBLs. Also, what have you seen a boom in? Guys on social media showing money. Okay, it's just like when a turkey ready to mate or a flamingo. I don't know. It's kind of some kind of bird. They like move their feathers and stuff. So now when a man feel like he got the bag, he posts pictures on social media. But whatever energy you put in this world is the energy you receive. So if you putting it out here in the world, that's the kind of energy that you're gonna get back. See me right now, I've been through both stages, and I'm currently in a state. Oh, my signal mess.
Okay.
The BBLs come from, first of all, we're already shapely women. We're shaped like the earth. We're shaped like the mountains. We come from the hills.
Let's go,
It
girl.
came from this industry, this white industry that would not allow a real four-figure women be a part of that industry. We were too fat. You need to look more white. So then we became more curvier. You're too curvy. I need you to look more white and feminine. So now you have these women trying to live up to a standard, forgetting that you're already beautiful with your curves. Don't care about that at the end of the day. And men that I talk to and I ask questions, they don't care about that. They want someone to have their back. They want support because half those BBL women, they don't have a ring on their finger. They don't want a ring on. So really out. We're really out of alignment. We're doing these things to vet men and not even understanding what a man really needs. It's way off. They're literally dying doing this stuff.
Woman that was she was like one of the, they used to show her off in circuses, but she was very very voluptuous, and she was a slave. I forgot her name. She had hips, had titties. They used to show off in circuses. Who?
Totten,
Exactly who it was.
Sarah
That's exactly.
Bartman.
Yep,
Sarah
Sarah
Bartman,
Bartman.
yes. Okay, so that is the full figure of the black woman. But like you said, they want to, like, you know what I'm saying, portray us in a European sense. You know what I'm saying? Small bosom, small tail. Nah, like, you know what
I
I'm saying?
can't.
But at the end of the day,
And
like
she
you said,
died a very
that
depressed woman. She died
right.
of love. She died an alcoholic. And I'm so afraid for my sisters in Miami and Texas and Cali and Vegas. And we just buck breaking our asses off. Just buck dance, buck dance. I've never seen us jig so much, even,
Right.
dog the sister that
Face. Face. Answer
yeah.
this though. Y'all just said it. Basically what they were looking at back in the days, but now today they trying to have the bodies like y'all. Y'all see everybody getting these lips, getting their ass up and doing all.
White girls
Trying
getting
to,
ass
they
lifts, all
trying
that,
to
want
get
to look like a
the
black woman.
bodies as a voluptuous black woman, as a thick black woman, and all that. So that was then, but now they trying to get the same thing that they was talking against back then.
Thing we were born with. We were always curvy. We just wasn't the standard look for the white industry, for the music industry, for the rappers that love calling us bitches and hoes. Who you calling a bitch? Like the way Latifah, that's where I come up. Who you calling a hoe? Who
You
you
and
calling
I,
a
T
slut?
Y.
Who you
And,
calling a whore? Who you
and
calling
speaking
a hoe? Because you're sleeping with me, so you're a whore and a hoe and a slut too. You
Yeah,
know.
we
and
just had
speak.
a
You see how
conversation the other night.
you see how the music industry.
Got your industry.
Okay, how the industry they shed a light on light skinned women. Like I was telling Carlos, my next 5 videos, and it's nothing against light skinned women. I love all of my black sisters of shade, but I'm gonna normalize having more chocolate women in my videos. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you look at like the videos on that used to be on BET, they normalize like light skinned women and look frown upon women of darker shade. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to shed light on like all our sisters are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Not just light skin. You know what I'm saying? Every shade of our sisters are beautiful. And we're the only race that can have albino. We can have like our genes are is dominant. We don't have a recessive gene. Ain't that what it's called? Recessive. Yeah. Our gene, not recessive. Our gene is dominant. You know what I'm saying?
I think industry was hit the mic. Industry, you want to say something?
You for inviting me up. Just agreeing with my sister face. Like this is getting out of control. Like this is getting ridiculous. I feel sorry for the young ladies that are coming up. They will accept anything. Like she said, I grew up off of salt and pepper, like she was stating. We had a different level of respect. You just can't just walk up and call me no slut, no hoe, no bitch without getting your damn teeth knocked out your mouth. You just cannot. I mean, even the men back then would say, wait a minute, hold up, man. Don't talk to her like that. Check yourself. Now these guys are straight up let a man punch that girl out.
When did that
It'd be
become cool?
15. I'm sorry.
When did it become cool though, industry?
It's not cool at all. This is the problem that I have with it because, hey, little girl, be quiet when I'm talking. I don't give a damn about you being two. Shut up. I don't give a damn about that. Shut up, girl, when I'm talking. Two or not. But what I'm saying is that's just like even with the kids, we let the kids get all out of line. We let the kids do whatever they want to do. No, it starts there. When the little boys see their father calling their mother all kind of sluts and whores and bitches, then the next thing they know, they're sleeping around. I just think that is sad. So these young ladies, I don't care what color you are. Me, I wish I was dark. I wish I was darker, really. I have some very
I
cute,
love that.
beautiful.
I love
I have some,
Oof.
yes, I have some very beautiful, dark-skinned female cousins, and I ain't lying. They are gorgeous. So I don't see why they feel like light-skinned is better. I don't see why they feel like brown-skinned girls are better. This big butt is better. You can't even wipe your ass right, but you walking around with all this ass. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with sis right there. Like I go to the strip clubs because I do business in the strip clubs, and I literally be sad at the end of the night the things that these girls are doing for $1. Like I know they got more talent than clapping their ass together, and that's all I want to say.
It's just like Bill Scott when she made Woman Manifesto. Anybody ever listen to Woman Manifesto?
Yes.
There's this power in those rolling hills. Come on. She's talking about your body parts. There's more than just an ass. And at the end of the day, we just need we got you. We trust me, black women, we always have you. Every time they shoot you, kill you, we got you. We bailing you out. We holding you down. But we're out of alignment because they locked y'all up. They took you out the home. So we got forced to be the head of the household. Then they give you these programs. You got to survive, black women, but you can't live with the black man. If you do, you got to go into these low income homes by yourself. You can't live with your husband or else you make too much. So they broke us out of alignment. And now we're forced to dance, sell drugs, give our bodies, sell our souls, lose spirituality. We're out of alignment.
I think I said it last night in the room, where it's also where you see a child, he grows up, he's seeing in the household, maybe his father or boyfriend whooping on his mama and things like that, and she's not really doing anything about it. She's still staying with him. So in the day, he kind of he probably growing up feels like that's okay to do, just like vice versa with a woman, a little girl that sees her mama getting whooped, and she might grow up thinking that's okay. So we got to start it goes in the family. We got to start, change the narrative and doing something different for these kids, because right now, like you said, it's out of control, and that's what's going on.
I just want to say something else. Not only that, you have a lot of these guys, like Sis was saying, you have a lot of these men that are in jail. So now the women are forced to provide like a man, and then they get a man, and then all of a sudden this man is beating their head in because they're telling them that they're acting like a man. Well, they have no choice. They have no choice. They have to act the way they act. They have no choice. But see, for me, I'd rather get out there and shovel my own snow than lay down and let a man pounce me to death that don't care about me, that want to leave me $2.25 in a black eye. We have to take all of that into consideration. Is it worth it? To some women, it is. They came from nothing, that they're used to that they mama, come on, let's talk about it. They own mama pimped them out. They own mama sold them out. We ain't gonna talk about the daddy. We gonna talk about the mama selling them out. So they only doing what they see they mama do. Okay, monkey see, monkey do. Okay, my mom raised me to have respect, so I never walked around with a big butt and titties and all. I never, you know, exposed myself. I always kept myself covered up. They can see still, but I still never wore tight, revealing clothes because it's more to me than just my titties and my butt. Okay? So let's get that out the equation. Let there be a surprise if you ever get to take my clothes off and say, whoa, girl, you stacked up like a brick house. Whoa. Not off the rip like, oh yeah, she stacked up, so let me go on and knock her down. Then I'ma knock her partner down. Then I'ma knock her mama down.
Facts.
To get a woman who's been selling her body to 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 bring her into alignment when she doesn't want to be judged and feel ashamed. It all starts with love and how approach what's going on with our black men, because black men are selling their souls too. I never seen like when the slave master used to have sex with the strongest slave and he let the black women watch,
Book breaking.
and that's where buck dancing came. And then the slave master calling the son a motherfucker, he would make, and I hate that word with a passion, and he
Cause
would the mother have sex with his son. That's what the word means. So it's hard to reach them. It's so hard. No matter how you try to reach them, are they too far gone? Because if I could burn every strip club down, I would. I really would.
By me working in the strip club, what I noticed,
Oh,
a
I
lot of
used to
those girls are smart. They so intelligent, y'all. They're not dumb. They're not. A lot of them girls, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of them ain't even whores like that. They're not leaving the club sleeping around and all that. They're literally there to get their money to feed their kids. I can honestly stand up for the ones that do that. Some of them are there to put themselves through school. If you don't have a conversation with them, you would think, wow, she's bad, so she's out here sleeping with everybody. No, a lot of them women are literally trying to make ends meet because their spouse is locked up in jail, or maybe fighting a case, or just it's so many different scenarios. So a lot of those women are not whores. they're just putting they just have been put in whorish environments, which will make everybody assume that they're whores, right? But a lot of those ladies are not whores. When they hear Drake is in town and they know they're a pretty super bad female and they know they can get $10,000 real quick, baby, they coming up in that strip club because guess who's in there? Drake is in there. And they gonna either get the bag or a hood or somebody else gonna get the bag. Anywhere go, a bag gonna be thrown. So that's how they looking at it. Like, I need to feed my kids. I don't want to be on back pages or whatever new sex sites they got out. I don't know. But they don't want to go that deep. They don't want to do an OnlyFans page. They don't want to do all that. All they want to do is get themselves out the hole so they can live to see another day and take care of their kids. I can say that for a fact.
And one thing about that, what sells is sex
Yeah.
and drugs
I
and violence. All of that sells in this world, in society, and entertainment business.
Denmark, I think Denmark will want to say something. I seen your mic flash, brother.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, um, they want to get that bag, but what do the men that they want in their life want from them? It's the question is posed. Challenges black men face today. That's a challenge to find a healthy, attractive woman who ain't just trying to get that bag to pay their kid, pay to pay for some kids that some non-committed man left them. That's a challenge that black men like myself, who do a lot of work in the community, face. One of the challenges I face is I was with a girl and I do community work, and I spent so much time doing community work with single mothers, kids who need mentorship, that my girlfriend said that I spent more time with other women's kids, and we couldn't be together. And this was after 4 years of being with her. That all the work that I was putting in to try to help our race and move things forward in that way, my challenge still today is I don't have enough time to help the community and then build my own family with a black woman who has the same interests as I do. That's just one challenge I have today. So anyway, I'm just
Same league as you, period. Like you have to, because that's very important. Like even the guys that are in the music industry, if they don't have a 9 times out of 10, if their mate is not in any type of industry, she's not going to understand that that man has to go on tour. She's not going to understand that. It's always going to be a headache for him because he's on tour trying to get that money. But what I want to say about the man, in that instance, a lot of those girls that are in the strip club, guess who's bringing them to the strip club? Their man. Their man is the one that's out there making sure that no man knocks her upside her damn head and take her bag after she done came up off on 10 racks. Her man is out there. Now I used to be like, wow, that's crazy. But I started to understand it makes sense. Like, you either gonna be the pimp or you're gonna be the prostitute. Okay, that goes for a white man, black girl, it don't matter. So a lot of those girls do have their partner in the club watching their back for them. Why? Because they came to the alliance that I have the body, I have the skills to climb up on this pole, I have the ability to make this money, so I need you to have my back, boo. And they do, and they make. I know girls that are driving Bentleys just dancing. And for me, I used to be offended because I used to be like, wow, I got to get up and go to work. I got a good job, great job. But I used to be like, wow, I got to get up and go to work. Then ain't nobody got my back. This girl out here selling her body to everybody, and she got a man that got her back that's holding her down. Hey, I just had to find somebody that was on my level. And that's really what it boils down to. You gotta find somebody that is on your level.
Thank you, industry. For anybody else chime in, I just want to reset the room right quick. This is Check It, hosted by Cost. If you haven't hit that greenhouse up top, please go ahead and join the club. The topic for tonight is challenges black men face today, and I'm gonna open up the room. Up to y'all. I'm going with.
I think excuse me, I've been in and out, man, because I've been getting a lot of calls tonight, man, from family and etc. Right, but I've been listening to y'all at the same time in between calls, right? The challenges we face as black men, one is like I just feel like we have to get out of this finger pointing, man. I mean, we know we got forces against us, man. That's the bottom line. We got a lot of forces against us, but we are a resilient bunch, man. You know what I mean? You know, despite all of these forces that we have against us, we still pride ourselves as being individuals that can overcome any obstacle. We talk about in our rap songs about how we overcome all kind of odds, et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, you know, we make an excuse to talk about how somebody keeping us back. Man, look, man, let's bring this shit together, man. You know what I'm saying? As we supposed to. You know what I mean? And you know, educate ourselves on the things that we're lacking on. You know what I mean? It's learn, it's educate ourselves on what investment is. You know what I mean? What the value of a dollar is. I mean, I've been saying that a lot. Let's learn how to value money so we can learn how to spend it correctly. You know, let's learn about real estate. Let's learn about these different things. Cost myself and DJ, even some of these sisters that have been in there. Team 400. I mean, we all been we've all been speaking to this issue lately on solutions. You know, the problems are evident. It's about the individuals here. You know what I mean? You know, what are you educating yourself on so you can be a part of that solution, man? You know what I mean? You know, um, that's my main thing. After we part ways from this discussion tonight, I mean, it should be it should be looked at like as a job. Okay, it's like motherfucker getting their marching orders tonight. Okay, man, we embarking on a whole new mission. The individuals here, you know what I mean? It's waking other people up. You know how they say, people wonder how do bees communicate, you know what I'm saying? You know how when a problem or something, occur, how, one bee, how they alert the rest of the colony. You know what I'm saying? We got we got to alert the rest of the colony, man, on what's happening, man. You know what I'm saying? And get on top of this shit, man. You know what I mean? All ain't lost. You know what I mean? I'm not a person. I'm not sitting here with a pessimistic view. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here with a lot of hope because I believe in my people, man. I'm telling you, man. You know, we had all forces in the universe that's tried to destroy us, man. The race not being successful, man. You know what I'm saying? Despite all of that, you know what I'm saying? They have not been able to destroy us. They tried to plague Mother Africa, man, but they couldn't kill. They have not been able to kill off the black man and woman over there. You know what I mean? They have tried everything they can to plague Africans over here in the Western Hemisphere. And you know what I mean? We're a resilient bunch, man. We can do this, man. You know what I mean? Because it ain't just us. We got to figure out a way to build bridges with, our brothers and sisters over there in Brazil, and then where it's more of them than it is us over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
we are the jewels. We the jewels, not Jews. Jewels.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot. We have a lot to build on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of resources. Let's let's educate ourselves on what that is, man, and pull it together. Reach one, teach one, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what these platforms is for. Reach one, teach one.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
I think
You can get at myself. You can get at Cost. You can get at anybody on Team 400, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they're a well-oiled machine. You know what I'm saying? They go come to the round table with it. You know what I'm saying? My brother, the gambler. I mean, we go, man. We focusing on what we can do. What we can do. The hell with who ain't with it. We talking about what we can do. Man, what is? Yeah, man, what is? Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget faces though. So when things get successful, man, we can understand who the detractors were.
I,
You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
bro. I think we got away from learning trade. We don't like we don't not learning any trade anymore. I mean, and a lot of times, guys that are in prison are learning more trade and coming home than guys that's out here that's really trying to learn anything. You get what I'm saying? So it shouldn't have to take that. These guys got to wake up and really a lot of guys, some of them more lazy, just got to get off their ass, and do something. And so, I mean, there are a lot of variables to it. So I land again.
And I want to say this, like I'm currently going through a situation where my mom caught COVID like a month ago. And I'm just saying, like you're saying, me as a man, like I chose to, you're saying, take care of my mom, you're saying, take care of my son as well as a family. And no, it's not your traditional thing of like having a wife or having a husband. No, it's me taking care of my mom as one, as a unit. And I said that to say this, it's still power in numbers. You get what I'm saying? And unity, unity is really what my brother was talking about right then, Kumi. That's what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So together we can do a whole lot better than being, separate. You get what I'm saying? And I just wanted to say that my plane has now landed.
Facts. Appreciate it.
Question is there so let's right, I agree. Unity is key. With that being said, solution oriented. Solution oriented. For some of these challenges that's being brought up that black men face, can folks bring us some solutions, like concrete solutions? Like, is there any resources that y'all can point folks to, or if y'all got a program or employment or uh, access to therapists or counselors, or like what are some concrete resources that we can point black men to that to address the challenges that we face today?
Resources, like far as me, I'm the type of person where I'm not, I'm not gonna like talk to too many people about my problems. But one thing I do is reset. When I say reset, that means ground myself. And one thing I can say, and if anybody out here know this, like you can go and sit out in the sun, and the sun, will give you, give you energy. It'll give you power. You know what I'm saying? If it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like I don't know if y'all are in the nature, but I am in the nature. Around the time when the moon comes around, when the full moon comes around, which is either the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th of the month, I really can't sleep, but that's due to the energy that I'm having inside of me. So I'm one with the earth, and that helps me a lot. And me knowing that, without me even being taught this, or I've gained more education on that. But I'm not the type of person that's gonna talk to a whole lot of people about what I'm going through, and that's good and it's bad. But one thing I do know is I know that. So you know what I'm saying? I just like that those are the earth is my resource when it comes to that.
Anybody want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. So one of the resources that I'm doing, I have my own business where I help not only African American men, women, as far as their resumes. I help them do their resumes. I also do mock interviews. I help them prepare to go to interviews. I give them resources and different. Like everybody don't want to work for temp agencies, but when you're looking for a job, you never know that temp job could turn into your permanent job. Somebody come to me and say they want to learn a trade. I look up all the information. I give them a resource. I give them contact information. So I'm out here trying to help people who are trying to do better and want to get a job. So that's what I'm doing right now, where I'm at in my town, in my community.
Did it once once them people made me that plant manager, that job, right? There are a lot of people in the back, in the front office. They started saying, "Oh, he trying to hire the hood." Damn right. I mean, I'm the only. I ain't saying it like that, but I'm the first black man to get in this position and and everything. So I know a lot of guys that need jobs. And what do those guys do? You know what I'm saying? Cause we got you. We're gonna work. And that's what they did. They thrived at the job, and most of them there still there to this day. I mean, it takes some of us to get in some positions where we can help them out to give them a chance. A lot of us will look at them and be like, "Oh man, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna work." And it took me for a lot of them to keep coming me, "Yo, Coach, man, you gonna hire me? Coach, you gonna hire me?" Until I was like, "Yo, let me give this dude a chance." And the dude's still working there. So sometimes we gotta like, okay, hey, sometimes some of them might make you look bad, and some of them have done me. But you got to take a chance sometimes.
Yeah, you got to give them a chance. You got to take a chance. Like I try. Like sometimes I work a regular job. I go from one computer to another computer have appointments 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. Yo, Miss Tina, I got a interview tomorrow. Can you help me? Yeah. You know, a lot of people are not used to doing interviews on virtual or Zoom and stuff like that. You know, even though they can't see you from the waist up, I still tell them to get dressed like they're going on the inside. Because believe it or not, that really makes a
Thanks.
difference. That really makes a difference. So that's what I'm trying to do. If you like, if I got a lot of, I got friends, brothers that came out of prison. You know, they want to get prepared to go out. You know, the challenges that they face with finding a job. Or give me a call. What you looking for? You want to get a trade? Where you want to go? That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I believe everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves a chance to do better in life and be great in life.
I got a cousin, and I'm gonna take off and land real quick. I got a cousin at the same time that wanted an interview. He went through the temp agency and everything. And don't you know, just because he my cousin, that he came up there high as hell, pants still hanging off a little bit. I mean, the interview was trash. So you know what I did? I ain't hire his ass, and he was still wondering why I didn't hire him. And I told him why I didn't hire him. Come on, bro, you're the high as hell. Like, I got a board right here beside me. Just because we people don't mean I'm supposed to give you a pass. Nah, this is my job. I'm a professional with this shit. That's like you go in the military. You know what I'm saying? That's my roommate. Me and him, we're gonna trip out and all that shit after work. But we put that uniform on. Hey, you fuck up, I gotta make you do push-ups. Shit, we're gonna laugh later. This is work. So that's why I land.
I think Denmark wanted to say something. Denmark, did you flash your mic?
I wanted to thank you for doing that work and helping those people out and giving them some resources and giving some skills. Really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm just trying to, like I said, I got two sons. Like, it just, I know I don't know, but it's challenging, and whatever I could do to help, I try my best to do it. It just, that's why I wanted, like, uh, to hear from the men tonight of some challenges that you guys face. So I appreciate everyone that has spoke, and anybody that will continue to speak tonight.
Who works with mental health and everything. She probably busy down there. I see her, she's still down there, but she works with mental health. Oh,
I'm still here.
okay. So can you tell them a little bit about what you do with the mental health?
As far as like,
You help? How can you? Your brothers came to you at like mental health reason. How can you help out? How can you help them out?
well, and I did the billing, but if it's someone in this area that came and they didn't have any insurance, we do have like a plan with the Medicaid, NC Tracks, whatever, where we can get you on if you like don't have a job or a low income. It's kind of like Medicaid, but it's not. It's for mental health. It's called IPRS. We can set you up and help you see a therapist for like 16 sessions. Again, I do the billing and I set everyone up. So yeah, just reach out to my brother. And again, if you're in Wayne, Sampson, Johnston, and a side of Cumberland County,
That's
yeah, we'll be able to help you. Yeah.
How much does it cost a month for that service that you speak?
It's free.
It's a free service that helps people get mental health therapy, like talk to someone.
Yeah, counseling. Yeah, we don't do any type of medication management, but it's just like therapy for whatever is going on. Anxiety, depression, whatever. But again, there's no type, and the only reason why it's not medication management is because we don't have a psychiatrist right now.
You all get your money from? Like, where's the funding come from? Does it come from the state or private?
Yeah, not under the state of North Carolina.
We get the word out there. We just got to get the word out there.
I just want to say I appreciate the ladies tuning in. You know what I'm saying? It's really like pleasing to know, like, you know what I'm saying, y'all expressing and showing, you know what I'm saying, y'all like, you know what I'm saying, just us all together, you know what I mean? And I appreciate this, you know what I mean? I just want to let all y'all know that. And I appreciate the fellas too. You know what I'm saying? This is a good thing because a lot of times we come to these rooms or go on Clubhouse and you got a lot of bashing. This is the like most positive room that I've been in. I just want to say that. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody in the room.
Question for the ladies. Ladies, what can we do to be better men to y'all? What can we do to be better men to y'all? Anybody can answer that? What can we as black men do to be better men to our queens?
Be better
For me,
Anybody that's want to answer? Any ladies just want to answer that?
this sweetie, for me, go ahead, Rita.
Speak up. Let us hear something, lady. Tell us what we need.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, sis. Go ahead, sis.
Go ahead, sweetie.
No, industry, go ahead. I can go ahead after you. Go ahead, baby.
Listen.
Go ahead.
We want you guys to be honest with us. Be honest. Honest. That's all we want. It's like the little things is what count. We don't want the stars, the moon, and everything in between. We want honesty because we can build off of honesty. We can build off of that. Whether it's $7.25 an hour, we can build off of that. But when you're not honest, you know, and then we have to find out the lies. Do you know what that do to us? Do you know how that tears us down? So honesty, just be honest. Just tell us how you feel. Don't hold your feelings. And then you got us thinking one way and it's really another way. Do you know what that do to us? We strong. We strong. Y'all don't see half the tears we cry. We could be laying right in the bed with you and crying a river and you would never see it. You would never hear it and you laying right next to us. Be honest with us. And I'm just keeping it real. And maybe I'm saying too much as a woman.
No,
and I hope the sisters can back me up. But
I agree with her. And honest is that's very important. Honesty and listen to us. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women that have trauma, they look to men for that security, especially when they've lost their father or don't have the father around. So, like she said, honesty, communication, understanding, and you know what I'm saying? Be open to what we're going through and showing us compassion. You know, that way that we can understand by you guys opening yourselves up and making yourselves vulnerable to us a little bit, it opens us up to understand you guys as well. You know, so if we all had men that could understand us, like she said, honesty, communication, and just embracement. It's the small things that real women are looking for. It's not about the money, it's not about the fashion, it's just about the time, the embracement, the love, the communication, and the honesty.
Thank you. Any other ladies want to chime in and say something?
Protection. We're not as
yes.
And I'm not talking about just when people are belligerent towards us. Just protect us from the mental anguish. We need protection. It's not cool to protect us anymore. All of a sudden, it became, you know, when something happens to a black man, the whole world shuts down. But we're left without y'all. We're left unprotected. We can't walk down the street without being disrespected. We don't have the brothers that say don't talk like that. We're kind of just left out there. And even if we do have jobs and we have whatever finances, we're still not protected. Look at Sandra Bland. I met her mother. She black woman driving in a car and she was murdered in a jail cell. We're not protected at all.
how
I have a
you
question. I have a
men
question
like
about protection.
when you men go through something, a lot of times you guys get real quiet. Tell me if I'm lying. Y'all will get quiet. You won't.
True.
Y'all will get. You just get very quiet, and we're asking you, "What, baby? What's wrong? What's going on?"
We gonna
And
say nothing.
it's silence of the lamb. Do you know what that does to us? That's pretty much telling us in a way, well, I don't trust you. Well, why are you here? Because now I can't trust you. Now I can't trust you because you don't trust me. But you sitting here silent as the lamb got me thinking, is he going to steal on me? Is he going to kill me tonight? I mean, he's just too quiet. I'm asking him what's going on. I'm not getting no communication. That's fearful to us. And like that sister said, we don't have any protection. What happens when you're in your quiet moment and we're being loving and kind and asking you what's wrong, and then you feel like, I'm so sick of her nagging me. Now it's a nag because we're concerned about how you feel and you're not able to express your feelings. So now we got to get hit upside our head because we're concerned about how you feel. Because guess what? You are the head of the house. And if you ain't right, we ain't right. And that's just real talk. And I
Right.
need y'all
Come
to
on.
take that.
Come on.
I just need y'all to take that into consideration. I know everybody say a happy wife is a happy life. That's a damn lie. Because our life is our man. That is our man. That is our life. Our man. So if you're not able to express to us what's going on, how you're feeling, I don't care if you come in the house and say, listen, I've had a bad day. Baby, I can't talk about it right now. I will accept that versus me saying what's wrong and you look me up and down like I'm your enemy.
Oh, that's deep. Hey,
We got a couple
All right.
people flashing
that's
they
Let
flashing their
Denmark go and then
microphone.
let Sweetie go.
Yeah,
I wanted
Denmark.
to, yeah, I wanted to speak a little bit about protection and like what the sister said about like speaking your mind. Historically, men when they were boys are taught to not really speak how we feel. Reason being because we are taught to be protectors, right? And we're taught to be protectors or we're sent off to war. If we are feeling a certain if men talked about how fearful they were, or if we were really in touch with how we felt, we wouldn't go to war. We wouldn't protect so much. Men are, as you know, men are the majority of police officers. So police officers running into the bullets. If they took time to really think about how that would feel, they would be like, no, I don't want to do that. Firefighters are men. They have to suppress their feelings in order to save women and children. And so we're in a situation where we have to do better. I'm giving you some context so you understand why it's so hard because having feelings for men is seen as a form of weakness when we are amongst other men, right? And when we're amongst other men, we have to be protectors. We cannot show any signs of weakness, right? And so we are taught as boys to suppress it, right? And so we got to do better. We have to do better as men to understand how the culture and how society has taught us to be this way. But I'm just giving you some context with why sometimes men is so hard because we don't want to be looked at as weak, as not being stoic, as not being in control. So that's and then to and like you said, we leaders. And so if we having some problems, it's a conflict on us to come to our woman with it because we can if we come to our woman with this problem. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but I'm saying the conflict arises sometimes in a man's head. Like, should I talk to her about this problem? Then she might think I'm kind of weak and I can't handle the situation. And then she might question my leadership. Those are some of the things that men think about. Now, as far as protection, a lot of men aren't protecting sisters nowadays because they don't see it's the value in it or the risk is back in the day it was a social contract as I protect sisters and in return I got something back before it would be honor, it'd be respect, it'd be a smile, it'd be dinner, it would be something like that. But nowadays
it's not reciprocated, and a lot of men put themselves in situations where they don't even get a thank you, and they might get killed for protecting someone, or the sister might go back into that abusive relationship, or so it's tricky. It's tricky of when to do it and when not to do it. I'll land right there.
All right, sweetie, you can go ahead, sweetie.
I don't know. I was just agreeing with what they were saying. I just think that the more that you guys open up to let us understand how we can better, be better women to you guys, it would help us. And I think that the more that we talk to you guys, the more it helps to understand each other. Like she said, protection for men has ended and it's not the same. We criticized, we're disrespected, we're downgraded. So it feels good to hear men like you gentlemen that have the understanding of value of a woman, and the same thing for women that don't understand the value of a man. This right here is educating men and women on vulnerability and how to open up to each other. That way that we can better be better components for each other. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to agree and thank Cost and Team them for always opening up some good rooms with good conversations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So with that being said, I'm going to reset the room real quick. So welcome to Check It by Cost. Woodline, and the challenges black men face today. That is our topic. So open up the floor again for anyone who would like to speak.
I would like to say something. I'm loving the room. Thank you for having the room and inviting me up. I would like to say our women, we got to quit being so hard to our men's, if I'm saying this right. We got to we got to let our men open up. Our women's, they always been the leaders of the household, so they got that hard mentality. They got to soften up a little bit and let a man be. That's why men's be so hard, because it's like a competition with our wives, with our women. They got to soften up a little bit and not be so hard towards a man, and not always telling a man, be a man. You know what I'm saying? Let us be ourselves sometimes. I land with that.
On the as I see we still got Danina and Omar. I don't know if y'all want to say something or y'all just want to listen, but I want to pay y'all that respect and just ask y'all that y'all want to say anything, or if not, we'll just open the floor back up.
Hey, greetings, good evening, everyone. I just want to say that,
Hello.
yeah, I agree. As women, a lot of us are very independent, and unfortunately, we have we have been made to have to do that because a lot of us are raising children by ourselves. The man is not in the household, and this is not all men, but for the majority of us, we are single mothers. But insofar as having a relationship and having to um, assist a man with opening up and stuff like that. We as women, even though we are independent, we have to be able to create that safe space for him to be able to want to open up without judgment, without feeling like, oh, if I open up to my woman, she gonna judge me or make me feel like I'm less than a man or make me feel like I'm, quote unquote pussy for lack of a better word, or maybe she might feel like I'm whining or something like that. So we have to be consistent with allowing him to express himself and with him knowing that it's okay to express your thoughts for what happened during the day, or it's okay to express your thoughts about how you feel about the relationship or how you feel about yourself or things you thinking deep down inside. If you feel like you're depressed or you just want to talk, it should be a situation where they feel comfortable enough with their mate that they can open up. So we as women have to create that safe space for them. And then also the man has to wanna communicate. A lot of men lack effective communication from an emotional standpoint. Like I've listened to earlier, many men have been conditioned from young to not cry, to not express any feelings, any emotions, any type of expression that's not aggressive. They've been taught that if it's not aggressive, then don't express it. And so when men hold all of that stuff in, it manifests physically for them, and it manifests and turns into physical ailments for them. It manifests and it'll turn into habits, drinking, smoking, drugs, sexual, bad sexual habits, because they're trying to mask these emotions and different pains that they experience in life from not having an outlet. So it's like an ongoing battle, if you will, between the male and the female, and so it takes a lot of work in a relationship to be able to cultivate both sides of the spectrum so that the relationship is productive and effective for both the male and the female, and then that contributes to having a healthy household where both parents are or both people are able to raise the children effectively and teach them the same morals and values, especially when it comes to communication and mental and emotional stability. So that's just my take on it. I really appreciate this room and listening to everyone's thoughts, and I appreciate having the opportunity to just speak on it.
Thank you for
Thank you.
speaking.
I would like to know what would make you men want to speak to a woman? What would make you want to open up to a woman?
Feeling like she won't criticize me. That's all. Feeling like they won't criticize so that's all I gotta say.
Knowing that that they are there, you know what I'm saying, with all good vibes and all good intentions wholeheartedly. Because I can speak for myself. It's like I haven't been in a relationship since 2016 because I did get my heart broke and I did finally like let a woman in. You get what I'm saying? But now me being 35 and not being in a relationship since I was probably like 30, you know what I'm saying? The only reason I haven't been in a relationship like is because of that, you know what I'm saying, me feeling like, nah, I'm not trying to like make myself vulnerable again because I already did it. So like now mentally I'm currently in a state where yeah, I'm gonna deal with about 3-4 women because together all of them equal. When I'm being honest, like yeah, I'm gonna deal with about 3-4 women, right? I'm dealing with about 3-4 women right now. They all equal one woman. But that's just like, you know what I'm saying, kind of me dealing with like what I'm going through, like really honest. And it might sound fucked up to some people, but shit, like we being honest, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, that's how it is.
Honest. Anybody? Somebody has something to say?
Yeah, I want to speak on that real quick, and I think that, and I sympathize with you, and so all of us have a lot of healing that we need to do, and unfortunately, a lot of us, instead of taking time after or divorce or a long relationship, we just hop right into another relationship instead of taking time to process the things that happened in the relationship, whether it was an abusive relationship, emotionally, mentally, physically. We have to process that. If we don't, then it gets dragged into the next relationship. And a part of processing what happens in a relationship will also give you a chance to get to know yourself better and how you can deal with what has happened. And if that doesn't happen, then the cycle repeats from person to person. It doesn't matter if it's from a male, man going to woman, from woman to woman, or a woman going from man to man. You know, us as women, we have the ability to continue. We'll keep loving, right? And can still be loyal to one man. But if we don't take time to process what happened in the past relationship, then we still gonna bring that baby. Same thing with a man. They might not be as quick to love another woman, but they're still gonna bring those insecurities and whatever hurt them into the next relationship. It don't matter they got 2, 3 women going on. So I think that as a people, we have to be okay with being alone for a point of time in order to process what happened in past relationships so that we don't bring it into the next one. And then we can foster from that point a better relationship mentally and emotionally with the new person without bringing the old stuff in.
I
I
totally
definitely,
agree.
Totally
I
yeah,
agree
I
agree.
with that.
definitely agree,
Yeah.
and I respect that.
One
And one
mic.
thing that somebody had said earlier was about honesty. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I can say that now that I'm older now, like I don't lie. You know what I'm saying? When I say I don't lie, it's like okay, yeah, like this is what's going on. I'm you know what I'm saying? You want to deal, you can deal, but this is what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? So honesty is, you know what I'm saying? It's better to tell the truth than to have to cover up this lie, cover up that lie, cover that lie. And you are right. You know what I'm saying? It does take time to heal. You know what I'm saying? So like I agree with what you're saying.
I also feel that expressing to each other your past and talking, and that's a lot of things that men and women don't do in relationships. It's okay to talk about the hurt and the pain because by both of you guys talking about the hurt and the pain is opening up the vulnerability from both ends to be able to understand, receive, and also break down how you guys can fix each other because at the end of the day, a man and a woman need each other. You know, we are a team. In order for any castle to get ran, it takes a king and a queen. So I think once we get rid of all the toxic elements that have been put in our heads about men and women and continue to open platforms like this where we can hear each other, you know, understand each other. And I think that's very important. All these aspects that we're talking about, these are the things that don't get talked about. And this is why it's so many failures with relationships because, first of all, we bring self hurt into our relationships. And you can't fully love another man or a woman until you self care and heal all the things that have broken you down and rebuild yourself in order to have a better understanding on how to love a man or a woman.
So I got a question. I'll let somebody else go. Hold on, I'll let somebody.
Go ahead if you got something. Go ahead.
I was gonna chime in on that too. I totally agree with what you just said, and I've seen like I've been working in nonprofit since about 2002, and I dealt with various individuals from the community and things like that. And I've seen a lot of people bring a lot of things, past traumas from their childhood that they haven't dealt with into relationships, and a lot of people aren't even aware that the things that the actions and the behaviors that they express in those relationships are even coming from things that happened to them as little boys and girls. So it's it's up to us to help people to recognize, where they may need to take a step back and heal that little boy or that little girl, so they won't bring those things into current relationships. Also, you gotta sometimes you gotta go way back because that shit get deep. It get deep. And so,
Come on.
it's a lot that we have to do. Yes, ma'am.
And I really appreciate what you're
You was
saying.
saying?
There's some more ladies down there. If y'all want to come up, we sent you the invite. But we asked the question. I still want to know too if there's some more ladies that want to answer that question. What do the men need to do? You know what I'm saying, to be a better man to you. What can we do? You know. So if any other ladies want to say something, uh, just let us know. Raise your hand. We'll bring you right on up. Thank you for tuning in again. Check it. Hit that greenhouse if you can up top. Let's go.
Another thing that I think is very important is to be our friend, not just our man, but our friend, a friend, a good friend. Because if I'm not comfortable I've been in relationships where, yeah, that's my man, but I'm scared to kind of tell him certain things. It might just be petty stuff, but I didn't feel comfortable with telling him certain things. And I don't think that that's healthy. I think that the most healthy relationship is for me to be able to be all the way transparent with my spouse. And that can't happen not unless we're friends. And so, like the young man said about not being judged, well, a lot of the men judge women every single day. They judge us how we look. They judge us how we dress. They judge us by the cars we drive. They judge us how much money we make. And then they determine whether they want to deal with me, Becky, or Sue, or all three of us at one time to make up one woman, like he stated. So I think that the most best relationship I ever had was he was literally my friend. Like I could look at him and tell when he was sick, tell when he was down, tell
Yeah.
how he was feeling, period. So just being a good friend is major.
Vibe, that vibration,
Thank you.
that energy.
Facts, facts, and facts.
The floor is open. Man, y'all can weigh in also. I just want to leave that question open for the women. And so, man, y'all can also tune in, say something.
I would have asked, what do y'all feel about poly? Is it polygamous or polygamy? What is it?
See, with polygamy, that's another thing that bothers me too, because you can't. Again, I think it goes with men and women trying to figure out what they want. Because I think if you find what you want in one man or one woman, you're not gonna have room to want to be open to another man or another woman. I think those right now that's going through that polygamy of having multiple partners, to me, it's just a cry for help. You know, it's something in them that's still trying to figure out what they want. They're searching for it, and by doing that, to me, it's just my opinion that they're opening up doors to kind of see what's out there that they are missing. I don't agree with polygamy because I feel like if you are compatible with your spouse and you guys are doing all the components that we're saying right now, you don't need nobody else. So, I mean, I think that when people are in polygamy, they're still hurting and they have not completely came to term or found the woman that they're compatible with. So they're opening themselves to multiple women or multiple men, still searching for what they're looking for, in my opinion.
So the statement when you say it takes a village to raise a child, what's your definition of a village? Is a question I would have asked.
To one parent, like when you say it takes a village to raise a child, like with me being a project baby, I went to school. A lot of the mothers that worked at the school stayed in the projects. So you was getting your ass whooped at school if you fucked up. And after school, they'll walk your ass back to your house and your mama whoop your ass. So when I feel it takes a village to that part because you can't just take care of a kid by yourself. It's always good to have a village to help build values in kids. But that wouldn't be the same with polygamy because you can't take multiple women to help build a man or
That's
multiple
the fact.
men to help build a woman because first of all, everybody has to break their own self-care down. And what you're doing is just opening a whole bunch of confusion. You have a whole bunch of confused people that are coming together and unhealed pain is just causing more confusion.
Definitely get what you
Said,
said.
sweetie.
Yeah, I definitely get what you said. I just wanted y'all insight on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's well spoken, sweetie.
Roman, Zabria, in the building. Um, this floor is still open to anybody that has anything to say on the topic.
Go ahead, Roman. I see you flash your
Shout,
mic. Go ahead,
shout
Roman.
to Black, shout to Black too in the building.
Yeah, much love to you. I love this room. My first time was yesterday, so peace to y'all, man.
Peace.
Roma.
Yeah, peace, y'all. Peace. So I just had a quick point. As someone who got out of a 12-year relationship, kind of failed, I would say that us brothers need to work on intimacy and know that it's not just about intimacy is not just sexual intercourse. That's a part of it. What I'm learning is that sisters want like uh intimacy on deeper levels. That's not just physical. So it can be games, it could be date nights, just little sweet things that they like. Pay attention to things that they say, under their breath, or things that they mention, or things that they may show you. They like little stuff like that. To them, that shows you're paying attention, and I don't know, it does something on a very intimate level for sisters. So that's something that I've learned out of my relationship, is to not just think intimacy is sexual intercourse, but it's way deeper than that when it comes to sisters.
But that's great, bro.
Yes,
And
Roman.
you know,
Yes.
it's like
Did that.
it's like I am an intimate person, but right lately I can say I've been letting a lot of my work, you know what I'm saying, take over and everything. So I do a lot of podcasts and I do a lot of stuff. I got 2 artists, so I do a lot of stuff, and I have been letting my work take over. But I definitely see what you're saying, and you just woke me up because you just hit me in the head. So thank you for that, Roman.
Yeah, man, don't be like me.
Because you know your woman drink, Roman, your woman probably drunk Pepsi and you brung her a Coke. That was grounds to get rid of you because you're not paying attention.
Hey, I can't
The
even lie.
small things.
I can't even lie. I did lack in the intimacy department. Kind of like what Koss said, I do visual art, photography, and music. And I kind of gave my all to that and was more in love with that than her, if I'm being quite honest. So you're right. I probably did bring her something diet on accident.
Is there anything you can do to rekindle that since you now, understand where you went wrong? Is there anything you can do to kindle that?
Well, I think because of the length of time we've been together, 12 years, I think that even though that intimacy was an issue, it was an issue for a reason, right? So I think there was already some chemistry issues or some other stuff going on before that led me to not even pay as much attention as I should have in the first place. So I think all of that led to us realizing that we may not be the best for each other in that way, but just friends.
And she was sick of your ass after 5 years and you didn't even ask her to marry her. Like, guys, can you tell me what's going on with you being with a woman for 15, 20, 30 years and never asked to marry her?
Come on, industry.
I can't say this now. I ain't saying it for me, but I know a lot of guys that have got married. Now, me and my wife are good, like best friends. We have fun together and everything like that. But some people say that when you do get married, it's like it's different. And so I know some guys that say they rather just be boyfriend and girlfriend. It's like they married anyway, is what they say. But some people say that when they do get married, it changes things. It ain't changed nothing for me. It just depends on you just got to keep the same phone, keep that same passion when you was going with them that as you did, or when you put that ring on, you got to keep the same passion because you were trying to get it then. So now you got it. So now, come on, keep her.
Leaving her without protection. Because if something happens to you, what happens to her if something happens to you? She stayed with you all those years.
Right.
You die. Who's going to protect her?
Nobody, because the mama's putting her out your house. She wants the keys to your car and everything.
Right.
Come on.
She's stripping and devaluing her everything, and that's not right. And see, that's another thing. A lot of people put a big, big ring on marriage. Marriage can be a beautiful thing. Again, it goes back to all the components that we are discussing right now. You can't bring a woman into a relationship one way or bring a man into a relationship one way and then you guys change the dynamics, or again it goes to like what the gentleman was saying. You have to, intimacy is, that word has been taken and thrown in a direction that it should not be in. Intimacy means so much more than just sexual. It could be the intimacy of the mind, the intimacy of the heart. It's about the small moments. It don't mean, well, baby, let's go lay in the bed and have sex. It could be, come on, baby, let's go lay in the bed and cuddle. Let's go lay in the bed, Netflix and a bottle of wine. Let's come here. Let me understand more about you. See, that's the thing. Is so many people, oh, well, I need to go here. I want to go shopping, or I'm going to go hang out with the boys. See, if you guys are connecting and you're sitting together, you guys don't want to be apart from each other. You're not going to want to go hang out with the boys. You're not going to want to go always hang out with your girls. You're going to want to take that same intimate moment and continue to bring it to your mate so that you guys continue to understand each other, learn each other. That intimacy moments right there is what men and women are looking for. And we're lacking it because we're too busy trying to live in the Jones and narrative of what people are saying instead of staying in our own narrative and bringing what's comfortable for us to our relationships.
My God, I love that.
That
Uh,
was
Talk to
good.
him.
I think Sister wanted something, something to say, and then after Sister, we'll go to Black. How you doing, Sister? Thanks for tuning in.
I'm doing well. Thank you for inviting me on. I wanted to share that what works best for me is consistency. If you're angry, if you're busy, no matter what, making time for me makes a big difference.
Respect. That's respect.
Thanks.
I think Roman had
Yes.
so, somebody flashing a microphone. I think it was Roman.
Well, I was just agreeing.
Okay, all right.
That's what I be meaning when I be flashing my mic too. A lot of times
We,
I just
we
be
still
agreeing.
trying to get
Okay,
used to that.
Me
I'm just
too.
checking.
We
Me
I
trying
didn't
to
want
too.
get
to
I
used
cut
was.
to it.
nobody
Me
out.
too.
I just want.
Thanks
I'm
for
just
that because I'm new to this.
me too. So I'm just checking to make sure everybody had an opportunity to speak. So thank you, because I didn't know that's what that meant. So thank you.
Hey, Black, you want to say
Yeah.
something? Black, you.
I mean, I'm just how everybody doing in the room tonight. But I'm just really
Hey,
gonna
Black.
piggyback. How you doing? But I'm really just gonna piggyback off the I 100% agree with all the topics and what the hell and the opinions that the ladies have tonight. But the thing with me is, and I'm speaking for me, I'm not saying no other guy. But what happens when you don't know how to be compassionate because you wasn't raised that way? What happens when you're afraid to hug and love because you wasn't raised to do it? The thing
Deep.
is, the thing is I come in here every night, and I'm actually a part of this channel. Cost is my brother in real life, but what I'm saying is I come here every day because I want to learn how to love and hug and kiss my woman better. I want to learn things from you guys, from a stranger standpoint that can help me further everything I have going on. Because for those that don't know, me and my old lady been together 18 years. No, I haven't married her, but I think we have a nice relationship. You know what I'm saying? I think we do. But I know there's things that I'm lacking, and I tell her all the time, baby, I want to get better. I want to work on those things. But to let the truth be told, I don't know how. I don't even know where to start because my
Just
mama
crawl
didn't.
up underneath her tonight. Just crawl up underneath her and say, baby, I just want to give you a hug. And watch and see what she do.
What
Just
about
hug
what?
her.
What about tomorrow though? What about the next day? What about the
Well,
next day?
tonight she
Because
gonna
what you
get
do,
right. I
what I,
don't know
what I
about
mean by
tomorrow,
that
but
is
you do that.
once you do that, she's gonna take control. She's gonna hug you every night after that. Just try it.
I'm gonna take your advice now, but I'm gonna look you up if it don't work.
Fair enough. Go
Just
ahead.
try it
It,
though.
you know what? And it should work because, like she's saying again,
Thank
for the
you.
men, and that was so deep what you just said right there because that's the problem with a lot of men. They don't know how to love. They wasn't given hugs. They were taught to be strong. They were taught to not know any type of emotions. But see, that little bit that you said was a mouthful because by you with your partner expressing that, letting her know, like, look, baby, I'm not perfect. I wasn't taught how to hug, and that's where we as women take over, and we become consistent with showing love to you guys. Once you open up and you're able to vulnerably tell me how you're feeling or what you're not used to, then as a woman, a queen, that's my job to come step back in and give you that security, to give you that opening to go ahead and learn. And once you start them components, you're not going to have to worry about tomorrow or yesterday or today. One day at a time, and all of that's going to fall in place.
Shout out to you.
Amazing. And on top
Women
of
have
that,
that nurturing spirit. Nurturing spirit, what women have.
do it one time and you just fall up underneath her tonight and just put your arms around her the best way you know how. Just put your arms around her and say, baby, this might be a little bit uncomfortable for me, but I want to learn how to do this. Show me how to love you. That lady gonna turn around. That
You gonna
lady
blow her
gonna
mind.
that lady's gonna turn around and she probably gonna knock your socks off for one, but that lady gonna turn around and she's gonna position your hand where it needs to be on her. I'm telling you, she's gonna show you. So just try it. It's gonna work for you, my brother. Try it.
I'm gonna try it. I give you my word. It's just a lot of things. Like another thing that I just wanted to say. was like, you know how you live. I'm 38 years old. Lived in the world basically alone for a long time. Didn't have no outside. Always wanted to try to please someone else. Didn't understand who I was as a person to begin with. So I I thought I loved like my mother still alive, my father still alive, my sisters by the grace of God still alive. But throughout all the years, I've always told them, I love y'all, I love y'all, I love y'all, right? But I don't believe my actions were I don't believe my actions were showing them that I actually loved them. I was telling them that, but I don't think my actions were showing it. So fast forward 15 years later, well, 14 years later, but 12 years later, my old lady get pregnant. Now we have a son. Now, the whole time, I feel like the best evaluation in the world is self-evaluation. I thought I loved myself for all those years, but I never knew what love meant until I saw him. You understand? Like the sick days, like no matter what it is, you're willing to do whatever it takes to be there. And like I
Right.
know that I might be an exception to the rule when it comes to being a father. You understand? Because everybody's a daddy. They put your name on the birth certificate, but you have to be a father to these children. And that's the reason why I told the room last night and the night before. From the first, my son has never been to a daycare. I always kept him with me. It's like from the day he was born till today, he's been with me every day. And it has shown me, he has helped me too, to like, yo, so all that hardship and all the bullshit that I went through growing up, I hug my son now. I have talks with him. I kiss him on his forehead. You know what I'm saying? I show him things that was never shown to me. I'm 38 years old, and first time I went fishing when I was uh 25. I got out of prison 24, so I went fishing 25. Scared of fish. Seen my homeboy them clean a deer. I was scared to death. It's like my daddy ain't never do shit for me but smoke crack. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I think a lot of people, even you guys, but I think a lot of people otherwise like Sonny Wade. That's my homeboy in real life. You know what I'm saying? Cause I appreciate people that's willing to take the time and show you and let you know that it's okay, bro. No matter what you're going through, don't mind giving you a hug because I don't know where the bullshit came from. Where men ain't supposed to hug a man. We need them hugs. You feel me? I don't know where that shit come from, but either way, I'm finna go. I'm finna land my plane.
I like how you express that, Black, and see that right there. That's the vulnerability that I think more men and women need to hear and understand from each other. See, teach one. And as I'm a big believer in, if you can learn from me and I can learn from you, then that's the type of thing that I want to do. Everybody go around here and anybody can talk a good one and all that, but when you back it up and you really stand as a sister in sisterhood or a brother in brotherhood, these are the type of dynamics that come together to help other people, to help young women and help young men evolve. Because see, again, vulnerability, intimacy, them type of words right now is the dynamics that need to be pushed. They're the narratives that need to change because we have vulnerability and intimacy mistaken. They have the wrong words for that. And all of this that we're speaking on right now, these are the things that help us individually and it helps us coming together to understand each other. When we understand each other, we can teach each other how to love, nourish, understand, protect. You know what I'm saying? It's the intimate moments, the communicative moments, the small things that you do to each other that's not the same. And that was some deep stuff that you just said, Black. And that's what a lot of men harbor and hold in. And those are things that women like us need to know so that we'll know how to change the narrative of how to continue to protect you guys as well, how to continue to help you guys become and stay vulnerable to release yourselves to be better men for us women.
That's why we all the family here. So I thank y'all for all y'all point of view. So just got the floor open for anybody who want to say something.
Black, get off the phone and go hug your wife. And you need so I'm not trying to get personal, but you said you've been with her for 18 years. What's stopping you from marrying that lady?
Ready? And I believe this. I'm just saying this. I know I still have a long way to go within myself. And I think it was you that said a while ago, like we rob women for not marrying them. Like if something happens to us,
Yes.
I, I 100% agree with you. But the thing is I know I ain't never been a half stepping person. Like I don't want to go into. I don't cheat or none of that shit. No way. But I don't want to go into into a marriage and just to say uh I don't even know exactly what I'm trying to say to start with. So it's some I don't know, but I just ain't never been. I ain't ready. I just feel like I ain't ready. That's all.
So
It
you did
sounds like
18 years with the woman and you don't think you're ready? You already been through the trenches with her. You think just the ring and the covenant under God, is that the pressure of being disciplined? Because you've already been through the trenches with her. It's just going to solidify your protection. And if anything happens to you, she's gonna be there. Don't be afraid of the
The
what
child
ifs.
of your mother.
And see,
Yeah.
that's the thing that he's on, and I respect what he's saying because even though you've been with somebody for so long, if you have not individually cleared yourself and you have not learned to self heal yourself, all you will do is bring more baggage into the relationship. And I agree, and I'm almost 41, and I agree with you on what you're saying, Black. You love her and everything. It's not even about her. It's more about you and the insecurities that you have on how to hug, how to love. And I believe that once you do like industry said and go in there and just hug your wife and start to change the narrative of the differences and she opens up receptively and give that back to you, once those dynamics change and all those pieces fall into place, I think it will make it open for you and it will give you the security that hey, I'm secure. I'm learning how to love and I'm learning how to open and hug. And once you do that, you'll feel more secure with stepping into that marriage. And you'll feel, because I feel what you're saying right now, because you're not all the way healed internally and you still facing the things of vulnerability and hugging and emotions. Once you get that together, everything will fall into place for you. So continue to just work on you and do like industry said and go hug your wife, hug
And
your
yeah,
girl.
but see, the thing is, it's not only that. Like, right? I have baggage that I refuse to impose on my woman. That's just not gonna happen. Like when you say protect means a whole lot more than fighting or all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Come on, come on.
I believe in my heart that protection is more of a conversation because if you can instill in someone or have a conversation with someone and you two come to agreement on one thing, then you both have protected each other right then. So I don't think like I used to be all want to fight and all that dumb ass shit, but it never got me nowhere. But once I understood and once I understood how to properly communicate, because you can call yourself communicating if you hollering, but 9 times out of 10, the person that you're hollering at shuts down once because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that shit, but they don't want to say it to you because then it turns from hollering to physical. So I've been working on myself to change a lot of things so I can become a better father to my child, a better woman. I mean, a better man for my woman, a better brother, son, everything. You feel me? So it all starts with me because I believe with us, as long as we stop lying to ourselves, as long as we stop fronting with ourselves, and we live our real truth, we could be happy and we could do anything else in the world, and we'll be happy doing it. But you could never be happy until you're happy with yourself. So at this point of life that I'm at right now, I'm not 100 completely happy with myself because there's things that I want to change, and I know for a fact she deserves for those things to be changed. So I gotta make sure and make it happen for them. You feel me?
I
And
think what
that's
I'm
real right there. You just made a big thing. I'm sorry, Roman. Go ahead.
no worries. I'm thinking what I'm learning is I don't know, 18 years is a long time, and I was with my girl for 12 years. So I'm understanding that I think women want that sense of security, right? It's like it, it really is just the next level. It's just a small step of buying a ring and signing the papers. It seems really big, but it really is a small step, especially if you've been with them for such a long time. So I'm just now understanding that. But at the same time, just like Black, I was with my girl for 12 years and I never cheated. And half of that was long distance. So I at the same time don't think that just because you're not married to a partner you've been with for a long time should diminish, you know, the connection and how you respect them and, how you're loyal to them. I don't think it should diminish any of those attributes either. You're just simply not married yet. But another thing is Black's, significant other even asking or pressuring him to be married? Because if she's not, then it shouldn't really be a big deal, I guess, if they're working it out the way they're working it out. But I do think, if you've been with a sister for a long time and like Sweetie said, or someone said you've been through the trenches, maybe it was Face who said that you've been through the trenches and you don't plan on going with or being with anyone else and you can see her as, your person for forever, then I would say just you might as well just do it. A lot of guys, in my experience, their hang up is usually there's something, I know from my experience, they're insecure about something within themselves. Either that or they don't want to settle down because they, may want to keep continuing to or want to have their options open. They feel like it's an eternal contract. They'll never be able to be free again. It's usually one of those two. For me, it was personally, I think it was more of an insecurity issue, feeling like I wasn't able to be who I really wanted to be. So, yeah, I think the sisters they deserve that. I think it's just like that extra nail in the coffin to give them that security, because women, even in nature, you know, females want security. They want that protection.
Black, your wife has already accepted the good, the bad, the ugly about you. She has already accepted you for you. I understand you need to accept you for you, but that lady has already accepted you for you. And the least you can do is honor her. Honor her. She gave you a baby. She's been through the like one of the ladies said, hell, sleet, and snow with you. Honor her. Go get her a ring. Give her a hug and then work on yourself. But at least do that because she deserves that. And I don't care if you've talked about it or if she mentioned it or not. That's every real woman's dream is to have a husband. And if you've been with her 18 years, she earned that shit. She earned it.
I agree, sis. I also would like to put another spin on it. Think about from the woman's position, everything that you do care about and you do honor, you make it concrete some kind of way. If you got a puppy, you get a license for it. You got the car you like to drive, you have a license for it. You want to go fishing, you got to get a license for it. But you can sleep with me for free and I can have all your kids. It doesn't feel equal.
You can say that.
Said that. She said that. That was so
Hey,
good.
before anybody else chime in, I want to reset the room. You're tuned in to Check It, hosted by
Check
Carl.
it.
If you haven't done it already, hit the greenhouse at the top. If you can, follow everybody in the room. The topic for today is challenges black man face today. Let's go.
And
And I was just gonna say, stop listening to your boys, your homeboys too.
Yeah, like, wait, look, let me tell you. I understand, but I don't have no friends. I've been cut that shit off. You want me to tell you something? I've been a breadwinner for years, and I always wanted to make sure
that living what you call supposedly street. But you know what supposedly street got me? Shot, stabbed, 10-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that. It's me and my child. It's me and my child, my woman. I don't have time for none of that other stuff. And I'm not going to allow it in my life because I deserve better for me. You feel me?
What do the ladies feel about? So, for example, I initially I moved across the country to be with my girl, and I wanted to marry her initially, before we kind of fell apart. However, the ring, like at that particular time, I wasn't making the money that I'm making now, and the ring that I could afford, she wasn't necessarily feeling the price range, let's say, right? So she could have most likely been engaged. We could have been engaged had she had been open to the ring at that particular time. You could upgrade at any time. You know what I mean? She could have been engaged. However, she chose to like make it a big deal, and that was like almost the beginning of our downfall. And that's one of the reasons why we're not together, is because I'm more of a simple brother, you know. And so what do you ladies feel about like the price of the ring? Do you think is there a cutoff? Is there a minimum? How do you feel about that? Does it matter? I've seen people literally with no rings and married and have the happiest lives, but that wasn't my case. So what's your advice in that case?
Well, for me, I don't the size of a ring does not value the size of your heart or what you're bringing to me emotionally, physically, and all those type of things. I think that, in my opinion, a lot of women think that the size of a diamond validates the relationship. Sometimes women can have the rock the size of a giant glass, and inside that relationship, that shit is torn apart. And it's a facade. So I think that a lot of people need to stop the dynamic and stop the narrative of, oh, I've been with you or I need this. That is not going to put a value on your relationship. If your relationship, if we good and I love you, you could go get me a ring. I don't care what type of ring. It could be a band with no diamond on to start at. Eventually, like Roman said, as we go on and we celebrate anniversaries, if we choose to upgrade it, then that shows me an expression from you of how you feel and how your value for me is going up. But just to jump in, oh, I gotta have a 14 carat or a 24 carat, you can have a 38 carat baby and you got a straight glass relationship at home. So we have to stop the dynamic of the size of the rings or the value of the relationship, because that's not so. That's my opinion.
I agree with Sweetie. The size of the ring really doesn't matter to me. It's the value of our relationship, how we gonna grow and prosper in our marriage. So the ring doesn't matter to me. As a matter of fact, this is just me. A big wedding really doesn't matter to me either. I'd rather have the receptionist and have a good time and my family there and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a materialistic person. A real woman is not materialistic. They want the protection, like Face was saying. They want the love and attention, like everybody else was saying. And I'm sorry if I forget anybody's name right now, but the ring is not important. You love me, I love you. The ring size does not matter to me. We gonna grow and prosper together. Let's focus on that. Hey, we could buy me a $5,000 ring or something. We could use half of that, or build build a business or something, or open up a company or something. That's just my opinion about it.
Power to on, Tina.
Exactly, T. And that's what I'm saying. The value, again, like you said, that is so well said. I would don't why spend all this money? And for me, sometimes a wedding, people do that to have a facade. You know what I'm saying? To give other people a show. You got your mom trying to do this, or you got all these people trying to tell you how to do this. Oh, girl, you need to make sure this is draping down here, or girl, you need to have Balenciaga. No, I'll come down in my jeans and a shirt. If this is the person I love, you know, you have a lot of women that have trauma, that have father issues, that just lack the dynamics in a man. When you've been hurt so much and you find that one man that is meeting those needs or that you're connecting with, you're so wrapped up and in love with the emotional, spiritual, physical element of that love that anything else outside that element is irrelevant. You see what I'm saying? We can go walk into a chapel and just get married without nobody else around. You have to stop putting a facade and getting married for everybody else. When you get married for yourself and you messing with a real woman that appreciates the value, the time, and the love of a man, we not own that valuable stuff because you're getting the most valuable thing from each other, and that's the vulnerability of being yourself with each other.
Say it, sweetie.
Totally
Okay.
agree.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Say
sweetie.
it. Here's a quick
I learned how to
poem.
flash my mic. Y'all see
It's
it?
theory for me is there's a little Sin Cane. It's a Sin Cane poem, and it goes, fall in love, tell no one. Travel, tell no one.
Tell no one.
People ruin good things. Keep it to
Come
yourself.
on. Yes.
Talk to your girlfriends and your boyfriends and just shut up. Because all they're going to do is give you something to break the whole monotony and narrative apart. And trust me, they're not really
Yes.
the person they love.
Talk to him, Faith.
That was
So,
exactly one of the issues in my situation, and it just so happened that it will. From what I see, a lot of times the friends who are giving that advice are usually single
They don't
themselves.
have no man. They don't have no woman. Come on.
that
That's
was
why they giving bad advice.
that was definitely my situation. So yeah,
And
and
that's real.
go ahead. Sorry.
No, what you were saying, Roman, that's real. And you just made a good, valid point. You have them one, have you ever noticed from both ends, like you have that one girlfriend, girl, I don't even know why you messing with him. Shit, they want to look at every little thing that that person does. Or you have that one friend. Yeah, or you have that one male friend, like, man, that girl, she's so ratchet, or this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say again, you can't go. The people that have the most things to say about a person's relationship be the main ones whose relationship ain't shit. So they want to see your relationship not be shit. So they're gonna encourage and throw mud and dust and criticize and break up. And that's the type of stuff, mamas, sisters, aunties, I don't care who it is. We have to learn to keep everybody out of our relationship. That's why a lot of relationships fail too. When you building with somebody, you learning with somebody, you have to eliminate all of everything else out of that. You can't worry about your mama, your daddy, because that's your intimate spot with that person. And you can't allow anybody to come in and destroy what you guys are trying to build.
Talk to
no
him.
man put asunder. That's what it meant.
Right. Right. I really appreciate that, sweetie. Floor is still open. Anybody else want to have something to say? Luna, shout out.
Peace, everybody. What's going on?
What's up, my brother?
Peace.
Slow motion. What's up, everybody?
Hey, hey.
Getting deep in here, Lone.
I see that. I'm sorry I got here so late, man. I wanted to be here from the rip, but had familial obligations that I had to take care of. So I'm up in here kind of late, but I'm digging the dialogue. And once again, the energy. So it's dope to be here.
Always positive energy over here, brother. And if I tell anybody, if y'all come across that negative energy, tell them to check it. You know what I'm saying? Because we all a family over here. Because we all trying to build. Like I said, in my back channel, anybody need my number because I don't know everything. And sometimes, like, I'm willing to learn. So I might have some questions for y'all, but every night, we're gonna have these deep conversations because this is what people don't do, and this is what people need. Like I said, some people can't go to their neighbor, their best friend, and really talk to them like that. But they will talk to somebody that they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They would like this is right here is like easier for people to let their feelings out, because I don't know none of y'all, and none of y'all like. There's been a lot of conversations that's been going on for the last couple of days. I'm like, whoa, the way people been opening up. So I thank y'all, and I'm finna let the floor get back to the floor. Thank you.
Cause I want to thank you just for being so positive. Like you can run into some very toxic rooms. So I just thank you for having this space. This is amazing.
My mom and dad preachers, and my mom slapped me in the mouth right now. I came up here, had some all that cussing and all that stuff going on. But that ain't me anyway, cause I got 4 girls and a boy, and I gotta lead by example, and I can't be up here doing all that stuff, you know. And when you look at everything, the world is so negative right now. You know, and me, I always been one of those that try to talk to the little kids that, that try to give some kind of some kind of positive word to somebody. So this room right here, it was kind of different for me because, like I said yesterday, 5 years ago, I wouldn't be talking to y'all like this. So I just thank the Lord that He brought me um, to where I'm at right now, where I can open up and I can meet some of y'all good people that open up as well. So thank you.
And I just want to add, I really do appreciate everybody joining Woodline to Woodline, and I always tell, I always ask Scott, I mean not Scott, I'm sorry, Cost, that make sure this room is, can always try to keep it positive. Because I've been in rooms before and it has been negative, and they're not being respectful of people talking, and they're calling people out their names. I was like, nah, that's not the vibe I want. We need to be able to express ourselves in here, being non-judgmental to everybody. Because I'm a real non-judgmental person in real life. Like I don't judge people. What you do. Now you tell me what I need to help you. You want to talk to me 3 or 4 hours? You talk to me for 3 or 4 hours. So I really, really appreciate everybody coming here being so open. And I really, really, I've learned a lot in the last couple of days. I have, and I learned from each one of you. I've learned from everybody that came in every night. So I really appreciate everyone coming in here. Thank you.
I appreciate you too, Miss T, because you're a queen for real. I really appreciate you too as well. Face everybody, black everybody, because it really gave me a different perspective of I ain't gonna lie. I've been angry at men a long time. I've been angry at their behavior, not having the understanding that, you know, they're hurt or, they just feel like they just can't express themselves in the manner that they need to express themselves. So I really appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, you really brought it in. You
I
really brought it.
I agree too. T, Face, all you beautiful ladies that I've met on here, Vita, you know, it's been real nice. And, we've met in other rooms on real dynamic women stuff as well. And I have spoken on you ladies so strongly, along with others that I'm actually getting prepared to bring all you ladies together because I've been talking about you ladies so much and the positivity that you guys bring. And I've spoken on cost and a few other guys, DJ, all the guys that bring a securement to the women that come up in here to where we can be ourselves and be open and we're learning from each other. I actually have some young ladies that will be joining amongst the clubhouse real soon as well that are broken and have never been on a panel with these type of conversations and have not seen the vulnerable side of real women and real men that are learning to understand each other. So because of you guys and these dynamic rooms that we have, it has had me reach out and to others and these young people, the dynamics of who we're trying to reach are now reaching back out to me to join because now they want to learn and get insights of these. So I want to just salute all you men and salute all you ladies and just give everybody in here their flowers too for being who you
Now please speak after her.
Yes.
Jesus, thank you. She is speaking right on point. Everything is right on point. What I want to say, can y'all imagine if we had more rooms like this? That we can really, as men and women, come together and express ourselves without calling each other B's and F this, I want to pull up and this and that,
Hey,
that we see on social media. Y'all know how many lives that we could save? That really people that can come in and really talk, have real conversation like this. My God, it's amazing. You know, we need to have more rooms like this where we can quit not knowing how to express ourselves and using that gun to kill our brothers and our sisters, and we teaching each other this violence and putting all this negative into our mind and not good energy like this. I love y'all. One love.
Well, at the end of the day, man, like I always say, it's 11 o'clock. I'm an old man. I got to get my son ready for bed, but all I ask is each and every one of y'all appreciate it. I came in kind of late, but I still got some good vibes and energy out of the room tonight. I just want to ask each and every one of y'all, make sure you give yourself a hug before you go to bed. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you love you. Enjoy your night. I'm gone.
You better back channel me and let me know what happened. You better do what I
Hey,
told you to do.
that's
I
why
Send
I
me
ain't
got
going
you.
to
about
I
my
bed.
got
that hug myself. No, you go hug your wife and
That's
back
why I ain't
channel
going to
me and tell
bed.
me how that
That
worked.
I
part.
got you. I
That's
got
What
you.
is that? In the words of Russell Simmons, good night and God bless.
I got you. I got you.
that's why
That
you going
part.
to
Hey,
bed right now.
Quanta.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
Hey, you guys. I'm just listening because I
Go ahead.
came in late.
Uh, it's like I don't think rooms like this to go off what Raheem said. I don't think rooms like this are popular at all because if you look at the rooms that's out there right now, you got 1,000 people in the rooms, but everything is negativity. I mean,
You know why it's not popular? Because a lot of people are not living in their truth and it's very uncomfortable. And we need to get used to being uncomfortable and stop being comfortable and talk about what we're
that's
going through because we don't. You will never be successful in anything, mentally, spiritually, nothing. So that's why.
a fact. That's a fact. That's why I'd rather be in here with y'all, good people. I go to sleep good listening to these conversations because y'all give me a lot to think about on some stuff that I didn't where I went wrong and I could have did something else. You know what I'm saying? So I go to bed every night out these conversations thinking about what each and every one of y'all said. So like it's therapy. So I appreciate every.
I'll say one
Yeah,
thing.
it's
It's
definitely
easy.
therapy.
Go ahead, my sister.
Oh, I was just agreeing. It's definitely therapy, and I'm so glad I found this room tonight because I was on here like I need to find me a good room to get in where they talking about something I need to hear. So I'm just grateful for this platform right now tonight. So I appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a very good setting. And like I said, like the young lady said, I'm going to bring a board to hear, the dynamic speaks from the men and the women because I was on the phone with these young ladies and just speaking a little bit of some of the people that I've met and how I've connected with a lot of people. I could see the emotional hurt in the young lady. And I just felt that it was very important for me to speak to her and get her to join the clubhouse so that I can bring her in here because in the world that you don't know who to open up to. We've all experienced that being men and women because we've all stated that you can't trust everybody with your vulnerability. You can't trust everybody with emotionally speaking because people will take it and they'll run with it, criticize you, throw it against you. But to have a space like this where you can come together and different stories are presented, but they have the same value. We still share the same value. We can relate to each other. It's rare. I just got pinged out of this room and ended up in somebody's room. I don't know how. And the first thing I was trying to do was come back out of here. Like, you know how you in a party or something and you come out and you just hear a song that come on and you feel like you missing that song, you trying to get back in here. I was trying to break my ass back up in here.
That's a fact, Rashid. Raheem, you want to say something, my brother? T.
No, I was gonna say the same thing. I thought Raheem wanted to say something.
Yes, I did want to say something. I wanted to speak on because of the rooms. This is a think tank. You got to really be thinking to speak. You got to be knowing, speaking right. You can go to them popular rooms and them rooms with everybody in there. They not thinking. They just saying, bitch, this, hold that. This, that's easy to say. No, you got to come in
Right.
here and you got to talk right. And I will land on that.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's real talk. And not only that, it just
That was
feels
the
good to be in a room where right is right and wrong is wrong. Because a lot of those major big rooms, right is wrong and wrong is right. It's all it's
Everybody got their own opinions, and nobody's wrong about having their opinions. I mean, because just because uh, just because I don't agree with you, there might be a couple other people in this room that agree with you. You know, and that's vice versa. So I mean, everybody got their own opinions, and we can agree to disagree, you know, but we're gonna try to find a solution, and we're gonna try to find ways to talk about things and everything. You're gonna hear my point of view, I'm gonna hear yours. And like I said, ain't nobody gonna be talking over each other because like I said yesterday, and I'm gonna say every night, if someone gets here and is disrespectful, we'll give them a warning, and then we'll sit them to the audience or just sit them out because we ain't got time for that. We all grown in here. That's why I land again.
I
And
I
I
respect y'all tone. Y'all tone is so sweet. It's a sweet tone. It's a sweet vibration.
yes.
It's very submissive. And I've been in some rooms where the men are like they're angry and you don't know what you're talking about. And woman, you're gonna be by yourself. And it just like, how are you how are you thinking and listening if your tone is not sweet to the ears? You putting bad frequency out there and you're making people scared to speak up. You're being a bully. And I decided like I'm not even going into those rooms anymore because you don't have a sweet taste in your mouth. Your tone means everything.
Time they hear just a couple seconds of what you say, and that was take they don't even want to hear the whole message. Really, they don't even want to hear you talking anyway. But they get that couple seconds, and it ain't really what they want to hear, and that's where it goes off. So, like, it don't make no sense. It don't. So I apologize for any of y'all going through that. Only thing I can tell y'all, just stay out of them rooms if you can.
yeah, and my goal
and
is
see it takes them. Oh, sorry, Chief.
oh, it's okay. So my goal is our goal, me, calls to anybody else that's moderators or part of this platform, is to have each one of you to not leave this room the same way you came in. That's our goal, and that will always be our goal. And like Carl said, if it goes left, somebody being disrespectful, they're gonna get a warning. They're gonna go to the audience. But my goal gonna be every night is to make sure I don't care if one person doesn't leave this room feeling how they feel when they came in. I think this clubhouse and this group is worth every bit of it. And I'm really not a person. I'm not a talkative person, really, to be honest. So, if I'm able to share and that person feel better when they leave, I had people hit me on the back channel tonight, and I'm gonna reach back out to them and see if they need help. So that's gonna be our goal every night to make sure y'all come out of this room feeling better than what you came in.
That's right.
You can feel the
And it goes to the
attention.
dynamic.
Go
So
ahead,
what
sis.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. You can feel the spirit of everything when you come into the room. Like she said, the tone, it makes a difference. I was invited in. My point of view was valued. It makes a difference. The vibe in here is wonderful, and I'll be returning.
thank
Me
you very
too.
much. Thank you.
Welcome you back.
And just give y'all
Thank you.
just give y'all a little hint of what was going on. Y'all got into it. Y'all got into it a lot, and so that's why I didn't really want to say nothing about it. But my mom, she hit me up and asked me about. So shout out to Evelyn. What's up, baby? That's my baby. So, Mom Dukes hit me up and said, "So, won't you talk about this? Won't you talk about?" I told her I would talk about it Monday. Same thing y'all were just saying about loving your lady basically without having to have sex. How can you, So I think we might get back into a little bit more of that on Monday. So let's not keep on going into it. I'm just giving y'all a little, you know, just a little about there. Monday on 89, we'll be going in, and we'll be going in about that topic. Women, it'll be about y'all.
I just want to say something. I want to say shout out to Face. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to industry. Shout out to sister. Shout out to the Nina, sweetie. You know what I'm saying? The ladies in the room, T. Like look, Quanta. Like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all of y'all because it's like to get insight. You know what I'm saying? For y'all is like prestigious. You know what I'm saying? To me, so I appreciate y'all input and like what y'all had to say tonight. And
Thank you.
Faith.
Thank
Like
you.
you said some things, that hit home, you know what I'm saying? All of y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all said things that hit home, but like, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. That's all I wanted to say.
Anytime.
Anybody else?
That's what it's about, and it goes back to me thanking T, cause again, the control of the rooms have a lot to do with it too. It's a plus to come in here and see the control that you guys have over the room. You go into these rooms, there's no control, like the ladies were saying. You're either called this or you're called that, or you're talked about. But I have met some dynamic women on here. I used to be stuck trying to mingle on my Instagram, and I'm not a very open person like that neither. But I've started to become vulnerable within myself with telling my stories and being out here trying to find other strong women. And since being on here, I'm new to this too, like LaQuanta, T, Face, now meeting industry, sister. It is amazing to meet such dynamic women like you ladies and the gentlemen like Calls. You know what I'm saying? Liz, it's been nice meeting you, Roman. I've gotten Raheem. It's good to have different views and to be able to sit on a platform with people with such great intakes on things and to share and to learn as well. See, in these other rooms, I don't think they have the reciprocation of, in order to be able to speak, you have to also be able to hear. You can't just be speaking and not hear and intake what other people are telling you and be able to dissect it. So I again appreciate being in the room with such knowledge and such strong minded people that speak so well and not only speak well, but speak with a message to give to others.
Facts, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate everything you have to say, sweetie. I think Tamika just joined in. Asked her to come up. I don't know if you want to say something to Tamika, but just let us know. You got the floor if you want.
Hello, this is my first time in the room. I haven't been on Clubhouse too long. Uh,
Hello.
Hi, everybody. I like to listen,
Hey, sis.
like to join certain rooms. A lot of the rooms haven't been to my liking, to be honest, but some of the rooms are very powerful. So I'm just here to connect and to learn and to listen. That's basically it.
Right, y'all. The floor is still open or not. Uh, we got another like 5 or 6 minutes. Anybody else want to say something? Well, if that's gonna be it, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. The Check It, hosted by Cost, which the topic for tonight was challenges black men face today. And if you haven't already, please hit that greenhouse up top so you can be a part of the family. 'Cause it's all about what it's all about: positivity and building each other up. And so, thank all of y'all for tuning in. And once again, this is Check It, hosted by Cost, and we up out of here.
Have a good night,
Peace and
everyone.
blessings.
Bye.
Y'all follow me back. I
Yep,
don't
I'm
follow
Peace and
people
following
back,
you.
so
blessings.
y'all follow me back.
All right. Have